Flags and guns.
Good evening and welcome to another exciting night here at South Kitsap High School. On senior night, we gear up for the last home game for the South Kitsap Wolves. Get ready for a thrilling matchup here at Kitsap Bank Stadium. As always, we're broadcasting live on SKTV via Sound Digital Cable, and you can catch all the excitement in high definition for free on YouTube. No fees, just pure football action. I'm Phil Nettinger, and with me is Brian Pickard. Tonight, your 3-4 South Kitsap Wolves are ready to clash with the 2-5 Rogers High School Rams in what's sure to be a great game. The captains are getting ready to go out to the field, and with all the captains, they'll stop here at the hash, or the numbers, are all the seniors from South Kitsap High School. So
it's always an emotional evening on senior night, you know, for any sport. I mean, here we recognize the senior football team, senior drill team, pep squad, and band, and it's just a neat thing to see. You know, these kids have worked hard and have a lot of connection and things, so it's always emotional.
And this is a match between two teams that are both 0-4 in league play and both currently on 4-game losing streak. So one of them will get to break the streak tonight, and we're hoping it's South Kitsap Wolves. So.
Absolutely, we want the Wolves here to have a good showing like last night for seniors. Although they have one more league game next week. It's escaping me where they're on the road, but then the week after they'll have a crossover game, and I don't know if that's going to be at home. I don't think anybody knows right now if that's going to be home or away or whatever. And I was doing some checking that we don't know if we'll be broadcasting or not on that. So this could be our senior night. You're sitting here with a senior, Phil. What do you think?
Well, you're old, so.
I know.
So,
okay, here's somebody won the toss.
So the reversing sides here.
I thought this was just a new square dance.
Maybe. So Rogers will receive. I believe South Kitsap won deferred.
It's usually the way that works.
Yep. South will defend the south end here, so they'll go kick off, and we'll get to see the defense right away. Brian, this is, again, the way South Kitsap's been playing a very winnable game for them. But I think, you know, all these opponents in the SPSL are difficult opponents, so it's not going to be a cakewalk for sure.
No, absolutely not. You know,
Rogers is a
you know
good
what I want to see tonight is I just want to see a close, hard-fought battle, minimal penalties. Let's not get the refs too involved with this, and just have a great game for all the kids.
Yep, and I think South Kitsap on offense has been able to move against some of these more difficult teams, and they've kind of killed themselves on these drives. They interceptions, fumbles. They've cleaned that up in recent games. Just played difficult teams, but I do think if they play a clean game here, it'll be a great chance to come away with a win.
Absolutely. I think, you know, it's definitely the program as a whole is on the uptick. You know, we're getting more athletes turning out and playing ball and things. This is a pretty senior-heavy team, but there's some key players that are underclassmen, too, for the Wolves. So.
Yeah. And number 5, R.J. Grogan is kicking off. And they're going to let the ball go into the end zone and come on out as a touchback. So Rogers will start with the ball at the 20-yard line to kick off the first quarter. And, you know, Brian, what a beautiful night for late October. I mean, unlike last week where we had wind and rain and everything, tonight it is dead calm before storm. And
I was going to say, rain and wind is a coming.
But
So-
hopefully we get this game in before all that hits. And
Absolutely, yeah. I've been told the wind is supposed to, although looking at the weather report on TV before I came here, it didn't look like us in this area we weren't gonna get the worst of it.
so
Anyway, here we go.
Rogers out in a shotgun formation, 2 receivers to left, single back, 1 to the right. It's going to be pitch out to left-hand side, sweep. South Kitsap is there. They're going to stop him for about 1 or 2 yards out there. So great job by the Wolves to stop that first play.
Looks like they picked up about 2-3 yards there.
They're actually going to give him even more. I really thought it was more like 2 yards. It looks like they're giving him 5, so 4.5 or so. But I was with you, Brian. I thought it was about 2 yards. And
Yeah.
it's the far side of the field where we have difficulty seeing. So this time come to the right side, pass play. Getting some pressure. It has an open receiver. And it is caught.
Nice ball, nice catch by the Rams. It's number 18, Jaden Kiblinger, 6 foot, 175 junior.
So 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. 2 receivers on the right, 1 left, single back again. This is another pass play, short pass off to the right-hand side, and it's going to be good for about 4 or 5 yards.
Is that what you would call a bubble screen? I never quite understood what a bubble screen was. I mean, that was just a quick pass
That's
out
just
to the
quick
flat.
out. That one's just a quick out. So now they have 2 receivers on both sides, and some to the way up top to the far side there on the left-hand side, and they're going to run it up the middle. So try to spread out South Kitsap. Defense is there, does a good job, limits it to just about a yard gain. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5 from the 41-yard line. They got to get to
With
33.
With a few exceptions, the Wolves have played pretty tough up the middle. They've got arguably in all league, if not maybe some state level recognition, gentlemen.
Trips to the left, it's going to be a run up the middle. South is there. They missed tackle, and it's they had him stop for the first down, but it comes across the 50-yard line to the Wolves 49.
And that's, kids are coached up on that, and the ones that, the running backs that just keep those legs moving, that when the defense doesn't wrap up, they pick up extra yards that way, just like that happened there.
Yeah, 2 receivers on both sides. South is going to jump off sides here. We do have a penalty flag down there. And look, I don't think anybody moved. I think that was going to be encroachment against South Kitsap. Give them a free 5 yards.
Good ball. Encouragement on the defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So that's the call. Rogers is running kind of a hurry-up offense here. Not a lot of time in between plays. Brings up 1st and 5 from the South Kitsap 49-yard line. Back for a pass play. Got some time. Nice pass, short out to left. Makes a move and puts the South player on the ground. So
I was going to say he puts a move on him out there, and which he did, and one defender, one-on-one, it's tough. That's a tough assignment.
and then Rogers right back on the ball. They're at the South Kitsap 17-yard line. So 1st and 10. 2 receivers on both sides, and a quick out again to the left-hand side, and they're going to pick up 9 yards there. So Rogers driving. Like I said, knew it's going to be a tough game.
They're utilizing that little out pass there to great success, and the Wolves are going to have to adjust or stop them, or they're going to be in the end zone pretty dang quick. What do we got the ball on the 8-yard line?
Yep. 2nd and 1. So South does adjust. They come up and play tighter coverage, and this time it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Makes a move down to the 1. He's in the end zone, so that's going to be a touchdown for Rogers.
Good drive by Rogers, good, powerful, and really fueled that little quick pass left and right was really effective and moved him down.
So I believe that was number 29 for Rogers, Josiah Tajeron, in for the touchdown. So that was quick, Brian.
Yeah, just 10 minutes still left in the first quarter, and it's we got Rogers on the board.
So Rogers running out extra player.
I don't think it's an extra player, but it's a player that should have been out there. he'll hear about that when he comes back. Next time, be ready.
Yeah, and the kick is up and good.
Nice kick.
So with 10:05 left in the first quarter and 7-0 Rogers. Nice offensive drive by the Rogers team. South has to obviously make some adjustments on defense, and I'm sure they'll get there and make those adjustments. So in the meantime, South will get a chance to go on offense and see what we can do. So again, senior night, beautiful night, beautiful field. The field's obviously in great shape because it's the artificial turf, and just a nice night to be here. We have, looking out because of senior night, because of everything, we have a very good-sized crowd out here, and hopefully South gets up and come on out and do a great job of putting together drive and scoring.
Well, they've, South really, they mix it up, with the run, short pass, long pass.
Yep.
Franklin Fox, right? He can put the ball. He's got a nice touch, and remember, he's only a junior.
Yep. So back to receive for South is number 1 Bowden Harvey and number 13 Devontae Sellers. And the kick is going to go to Devontae.
Oh, he's got a
haul, and he's good. Oh, last man got him.
The turf monster jumped up and got tripped up. But yeah, we both are going. There's a hole there. We couldn't get the words out, could we?
We have excellent return all the way back to the Rogers 49-yard line.
49, yeah, I was going to say 50, but made it a little bit further. So the cross midfield, it's a good way to start your offense.
Great position. South starts 1st and 10. Rogers has late substitution on defense, which shouldn't really hold up South on offense. I'm not sure what they're doing there, but anyway, 1st and 10. South gets up. They come out with 2 receivers on the left, single back. It's a handoff up the left-hand side. Does get stuffed, and that does to Bryson Clay, and he's going to pick up about a yard.
He's been the workhorse this year, hasn't he?
He sure has. He's big, strong back. Brings up 2nd down and 9. And, South is going to try left side. That's their stronger side, I think they feel, on the line. And see what they can get, see if they can get some pushes in there. Just one. I expect them to kind of run it a couple times here. 3 receivers on the right. It's going to be quick out for South to the right-hand side. And there's a nice one-on-one tackle there, and that was to Tommy Fry, I believe.
Oh, on the run, yeah.
So.
Yeah, he had a nice little window of opportunity there, and it was just a nice open field tackle by the Rogers Ram defensive player.
So it's going to bring up 3rd down 5. The South is on the 44-yard line of the Rogers. They're going to come out with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and again, Bryson Clay in the backfield. So it is going to be a handoff to Bryson. Tries the right side this time, picks up about 10 yards, 1st down Wolves.
That was a nice run. Did you see that? There was a nice hole there by the line, and he hits that hole, lowers his shoulder and head, and just barges through and picks up another 5, even after contact, about 5 yards or so. That was a nice run. That's impressive.
So 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line for South Kitsap. And they'll come out in, again, pistol formation, single back. This is their standard formation, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tight end on the left-hand side this time. And it's, again, another handoff to Bryson. And he's going, almost thought he was going to take it all the way, but he picks up 14 yards on that.
Yep, down to about, 9-10-yard line? Looks like. It's 1st down, we know that.
It'd be nice, but, your eyes are getting a little bit old, Brian. I think it's more like the 20.
Is it?
Again, folks, the end of the field, we're at the other 20, so it is hard for us to see down there.
Yeah,
lining it
I
up.
try to watch the monitor a little bit, and they don't always pick up the. the yard marker, the numbers.
So same
even though
formation.
they're
Now
huge.
we're going to go off the left-hand side for
There we go.
Bryson.
He's
There he
in.
is. He's in touchdown. Touchdown, South Kitsap.
That I could tell. He was in the end zone. Nice response, though, coming right back after Rogers scores for them to march down the field. And that was done all run. There wasn't a pass, I don't believe.
Yeah, we had a couple quick outs. We had the one Tommy Fry there.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
But yeah, mostly on the ground, which is what South Kitsap wants to do. I mean, if they can just keep pounding the rock, they're going to do that.
With Bryson Clay. He's a workhorse. Good back.
So I think this is number 25 is Jesse Booth in for the extra point. So it is no good. So 7:32 in the first quarter, and it's Rogers 7, South Kitsap 6. So again, Brian, we're seeing a lot of offense. I mean, at this rate, it's almost attractive. But we'll see what the defensive coach can do to make some adjustments and see who gets to stop who first, because that may be the answer to this game. And there's the South Kitsap can, goes off for every score.
They're a little late with it.
A little late, yeah, but they may not have expected them to score so fast.
Better late than never, right?
Exactly.
So we, again, 7:32 left in the first quarter. We got a 7-6 ball game, and looks like it's going to be an exciting one. Starting off that way. Both teams march down the field. Let's see if the Wolves can't put on a little defensive show here and shut them down and get the ball back.
Yeah, defensive stop would be great. This is going to be in play. Rogers picks it up and is going to try to return here out to 20-25. He's got one man to beat. Gets tackled from behind, though. Nice return by Rogers out there. Brings out to about the 40, 41-yard line. So. Now, I think the field goals are by Jesse Billings. Ryan, the extra points field goals. It's hard, folks. We kind of have a couple different rosters up here with different numbers on them. So Rogers
keeps us guessing.
Two receivers to the right, to the left, one in motion, but it's going to be a handoff up the inside of the left line, but he bounces out and brings it up for about 9 yards.
So there's an example of the importance of wrapping up. They had him stop for probably 1 or 2 yard gain, and he keeps pumping those legs, and they don't wrap up, and they drop off, and picks up another 8-9 yards.
Yep. So 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 2nd and 1. We have a flag on the play.
Yeah, it's going to be encroachment.
Yeah.
That'll give him the first down.
So as we get the call.
Good ball. Encroachment on the defense. That 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Well, I am glad they're not calling out the numbers. They don't need to do that at the high school level.
No, I agree with you on that. It's just, you just don't need to do it. The kids know they made a mistake, and the coaches
They
know
don't.
who it is.
They don't need it announced to the,
So
pro level. Go do whatever you want.
2 receivers to the left. Here comes another quick out to the left-hand side. Basically getting a single blocker up in front of them, but South has to.
I think South is in a man, and so the corner's taking the first guy out, and I don't know who should have responsibility on that out in the flat.
But they also got to play a little bit closer. So now we're going to go swing out to the other side to the running back. He makes a couple moves, and South doesn't wrap up. Wow, he got literally 10, 15 yards.
15 yards because he was first hit just over the 30-yard line, and it's going to be placed at about the 18-yard line.
So that's number 29, Josiah Tajaran.
And their lineup, they're fast-paced here. Wolves.
Another handoff inside to the left. Wolves do wrap him up that time, stop for 3 yards down to 15. So, again, fast offense by Rogers, not a lot of substitutions. required Wolves to line up, make some fast decisions here too on defense.
And it's wearing on a defense. It's hard. You can't get your substitutions in when they're right there.
Here's a pass play. South had good position. It's a touchdown. It is caught by. We do have South Kitsap player down on the far side of the field, but
yeah. He's looking like he's holding that ankle. And the athletic med staff gets out there. Again, we mentioned it before. The athletic med department here in South is incredible. The things that they do, the knowledge, the skills that they go on, and so many of graduates that have taken athletic med have gone on to different careers in the medical profession and all that. And one of them, former Wolves graduate, is the head trainer for Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, it's a fantastic program and lots of opportunities, and there are some advantages to being one of the bigger schools in the state, some disadvantages, and one of the advantages is all these other programs, ancillary programs we can have for the kids, and they can kind of pick and choose what they want to do. He is up on his own, and
favoring that right leg ankle.
So
glad to see him coming back over here, though.
But so, in the meantime, Rogers is lining up for the extra point attempt.
Did a pretty strong kick the last time. I would imagine that that stays true. It's nice to see a kid with a good, strong leg. Unfortunately, this one's on the other team.
Yeah.
They got to wait for the injured player to clear.
So, and that's injured player was number 3, Joshua Traslavina for South Kitsap. Again, he is up. Hopefully it wasn't anything serious and something that can be shaken off.
All right, they get set to kick the extra point. Everybody takes their positions. Nice snap, nice kick.
And it's good.
It's good for another one, and it's 14-6 with 5:45 left in the first quarter. Phil, this keeps up. We're going to set some records. Neither defense has been able to stop the other's offense, which makes for an exciting game.
It does. It's one of those things. Like I said, I think it's going to come down to one of those things where whatever defense can make the proper adjustments and get a couple of stops in here may be the difference. Right now it's everyone's had touchdowns for every time they've touched the ball. So
there's some of the senior cheer staff, appropriately decorated.
Yeah, that's great
for
that we
them.
do that.
Congratulations to them.
So again, back is Devontae Sellers, number 13, and number 1, Bowden Harvey for South Kitsap to receive the kick. So I think if I'm Rogers, I might be trying the other side of the field and trying Mr. Harvey this time after what Devontae did for last time. But I don't think they're going to have much better luck there. But
well, I'm aware of at least 2 returns for touchdowns for South here on the home field.
So here is Bowden Harvey with the return. He's taking up the middle. Nice return up to the 31-yard line. So,
I saw that same hole open up. If he would have cut left, he might have picked up a few more yards. Easy for us to say up here, right?
Of course. We get that sky view. So they're going to put it, actually mark it at the 30. So, and South will start 1st and 10 there. So I would expect, Bryson Clay, number 24, to get a lot of work again until Rogers can suck it up and stop that. Bringing their linebackers on up, keep it going. So, and there you go, right up the left-hand side. He's going to gain about 3 yards. It looks like they're going to give him on this. So, brings up 2nd and 7.
Rogers is getting real excited. Looks like they recovered. There's a fumble in there.
And And Rogers got it. So, and that unfortunately has been an issue with South Kitsap and the running backs. Is putting the ball on the ground when they get in crowds. And
I saw one of the Rams players was, he wasn't involved with the tackle. He was involved with trying to rip the ball out. Looks like maybe he was a little successful with that one.
Yep. So Rogers ball at the 33-yard line. South Kitsap, 2 receivers on each side, single back formation. Quarterback's going back and they're going deep.
Going for it all.
Oh.
That was almost an incredible catch.
Nice ball, nice pass. The only person who had a chance at that one was the receiver. On the touchdown Rogers had before, the defender actually had great position, just had to turn around. But this one, that was just a great throw and almost pulled it on in. But same formation, 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left, single back for Rogers. And we have a stoppage. I do not see a flag. I do see the official stop the play though. They stopped the play, moved ball back into the center of the field. It was over on the left-hand hash. Incomplete pass supposed to go back to where it was. So 2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. South got to look at the play. South playing pretty far off, but it is a run. And he ran to arms Mr. Oswega, and that's not going to get him very far, but he's going to get him about 4 or 5 yards. He caught up with him about 3 yards deep and stopped him. So
great shot of some of the band. Great South Kitsap band that numbers over 100, I believe.
So 3rd down and 5. Again, 2 receivers on each side, single back.
Rogers' quarterback is looking for a signal from his coach on the sideline.
It's going to be pass play. He's looking to the right-hand side. He's got a receiver there, and the receiver catches for about 8 yards. So they are going to get first down, ball right at the 20-yard line. So, again, coming up in 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. It's after the 20-yard line for Rogers. Moving the ball nicely down the field. They have 3 receivers over on the left, 1 on the right. Single back. It's going to be a handoff inside. And didn't.
Just skips out of that tackle.
He's going to gain about 13 yards down to South Kitsap. And they're going to give him 12 yards to the South Kitsap 8-yard line. Nice run by the tailback, number 29. So 1st and goal for Rogers at the South Kitsap 8-yard line. Man coming in motion from left to right, brings 3 receivers over on the right-hand side. Quarterback keeps it, going to left. He's got a blocker out there, and quarterback runs it on in, and he's in for a touchdown. So that's Rashad Boone, the quarterback for Rogers, in for a score.
I like that call, actually. After all that they've been doing and whatnot, they didn't show that at all.
Yeah, nice call and nice blocking, actually, by the wide receiver out there. There was a South Kitsap player out there, but Rogers did a good job blocking that up.
Yeah, the Wolves defense is going to have to make some adjustments on that. The Rams are doing a really great job of mixing up their plays, although some of them is just consistent. Hand the ball up the middle, little screens pass off to the, not screens, but little quick passes off to the sides. Highly effective.
Well, that snap got fumbled, but did a great job of getting it back down. So, and still in the first quarter, Brian, and it's 21-6 with 3:53 left in the first quarter. So
lots of scoring, not much defense, and really the only thing that stopped the Wolves' offense is themselves putting the ball on the carpet. That's a tough way to do it.
Yep, and again, it's one of those things. But like we said, if they cannot make those mistakes, I think they can certainly compete. They can certainly go down and score. We saw that already. Rogers came up with a nice stop, picked up the fumble. But let's see if South can get another good return and some good field position and march on down. One thing we've seen is they can absolutely march on this team. So number 1, Bowden Harvey, and number 13, Devontae. I want to make sure I get it right because Sellers. Was pretty sure that's what it was, but are back for the return for South Kitsap.
Yeah, either one of them's capable. They got some good wheels there, and so either one is capable of returning one of these. They just need the blocking, and it's going to be caught about the 10-yard line.
So it's Devontae Sellers. This time they have a left-hand side return set up, and he's going to bring it to the 30-yard line. So
Good return.
Yep. This time, yeah, they're at the 30. I don't know. I see one official at 31 to 31. So they go mark it at 31.
You know, Devontae has a big role in this, and he's only a freshman.
Yeah,
know?
no. Yeah,
He's just
good
going to, if he
future.
keeps at it, he's going to, keep getting better, and he's going to be one to watch in the next couple of years. He's doing well now.
So South comes out, 2 receivers and tight end over on the right-hand side, single back, and it's a handoff up the middle, breaks it off to the left-hand side. Nice job by Bryson Clay there, picking up 5 yards on first down. So ball's up at the 36-yard line, and good hard run. I mean, Bryson's been known for that all season long. He just does a good job. Both these running backs are averaging over 100 yards per game. So both for Rogers and South.
That's saying something. The high school level running out.
Okay, so we
nine
have
out.
We have a stoppage of play. I'm looking, Brian, do you see a flag anywhere?
I do not.
What?
I think Rogers took a timeout here.
I was going to say, I think we got timeout. So.
Yep, that's their first one, first of 3. Apparently probably saw something they weren't quite sure of, and
It looked like there was some confusion on the defensive side of the ball, that's for sure. I mean, we had some players running in both directions. It was kind of like, okay, not sure what you guys are trying to do there. It wasn't just, linebackers swapping position. It was confusion. So probably a good timeout for him. Get settled down. I mean, they have South out 2nd and 5 from the 36-yard line. And if you're Rogers, if you can get stopped, so far the defense has not been able to really slow you down much. So actually, on both sides of the ball, right? South has stopped themselves with a fumble, but the defenses haven't. So, all right, we're back at play here. 2nd and 5, 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, single back, and here's a handoff up the middle. Nice job breaking free. He tried to arm tackle him, and you're not going to get that young man down with an arm tackle. Gain of 7 yards.
Yep, picks up another first down.
So first down, 10 at the 42 for South Kitsap. So this is South wants to march down the field this way. This is just fine for their concern. I wouldn't be surprised a couple more runs and see something on the outside. So we have 3 receivers over on the left-hand side this time. 1 receiver up top and Bryce in the middle. Single back. And here's a quick out to intent for number 13. Devontae Sellers, obviously they like to get the ball in the hands of the speedster here, but it is incomplete.
That ball had a little mustard on it. It came in there pretty quick.
And they have to. When
Absolutely.
When you're throwing sideways like that,
it's a dangerous pass.
It is. If it's red, if it's not getting there quickly, I mean, it's going the other way. So we have 2 receivers on the left-hand side. Outside numbers, 1 receiver up top, and again, single back. Bryson Clay is the back. Man coming in motion. And Bryson will take it up the left-hand side, but he is caught there for a very short gain. Maybe a loss.
Yeah, loss of about a yard. Yeah, they read that one right.
So it brings up 3rd down and 11 for South Kitsap at their own 41-yard line. Oh, I think we'll get a chance to see Franklin throw one here. 2 receivers over on the right-hand side, 1 on the left. We have single coverage on the outside of both receivers. So Franklin Fox Nice long to the outside. It is going to be short of the first down.
I think you go
It's
for it.
It's at the 49-yard line. We need about a yard, so I would fully expect them to go for this. That was
Any bets on the ball carrier on this
Nope.
one?
that was a complete to Tommy Fry for 9 yards. So
I'm gonna say a dose of Bryson Clay right here.
I would think so. This is the one time it kills me that always be in a pistol shotgun formation. I would love to have a quarterback under center with the tailback, 2 yards away from the line versus the 7 yards they line up and just pound it. But so here they go. They're 4th and 1. South has 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and it's Bryson Clay, and he goes right up the middle, right over the top of some people for about 4 yards. So it gets the first down.
Enough for the first down. That was kind of predictable.
Wasn't
hard on my
good.
part. It works.
Yeah.
Or at least it did that time, right?
So 1st and 10 for South Kitsap from the Rogers 45-yard line. And this drive continues. 2 receivers going up to the far right side of the field and
Short side.
1 down to the left. Down by the numbers here. This is the same formation. This time you're going to take a quick throw to the right. And that's complete to, I think that's Bowden Harvey, number 1, who's making some breaks, and he's going. He's out of bounds, but he's down by about the 7-yard line.
Nice play, nice run, nice running right there.
Made a bunch of moves, and that was Bowden Harvey, number 1.
Number 1.
So great job, great play, nice call.
He was able to run through some tackles, again, some arm tackling there, but still he had the wherewithal just to keep going, keep moving, and there is a flag down. I wonder if it's a dead ball foul, because I didn't see it right away.
Nope, I didn't either.
That doesn't mean anything.
So it's down at the 9-yard line.
It's way down the other end of the field. We say this if you listen to us.
Nope, took it. So they picked it up. It may have been a possible personal foul of some sort, taunting, that sort of thing, and they decided against it. So the ball is at the 7-yard line, 1st and goal, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And there's about 16 seconds left. And we're going to give it straight up the middle again to
Bryson's fighting and not there. He almost
got it.
there. For if there's any young kids out there that are football players, that are aspiring football players, right there, that is why you keep those legs going. He was stopped for maybe a yard or no gain, and he just kept fighting and picked up another 5. So that's going to be the end of the first quarter, and we have the visiting Rogers Rams. That was hard to say. Up 21-6 over the home South Kitsap Wolves. But the Wolves are knocking at the door.
Wolves are knocking at the door, and Brian, like we said, this is going to be a competitive game. What team makes mistakes, I think, is going to decide the final score. What team can make adjustments on defense is definitely going to be it. A lot of pink out here tonight, folks. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
It's nice that the kids are, aware of that, and hopefully everybody is taking heed and, getting screens and checkups, and if there's a question or an issue or whatever, checking with their doctors. There's so much more done in the research and that they're able to do and with treatments and things, but the key is early.
Yep.
Key is early. We've all been touched by it. We all know people.
So this is going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line for South Kitsap. So great opportunity here.
Looks like they're going to be in their
Nice formation. This time, 1 receiver out wide each side. And it's a handoff up the middle, and Bryson's in before he even gets touched. So touchdown, South Kitsap.
That's 2 scores for Bryson tonight. Carried them both in.
Yep. And South will go for 1 again. And this is number 22, which I have Jesse Billings on for the extra point. It was nice of them to change field so we could see the touchdown.
Yes.
Change sides like
yeah,
that.
I think they planned it that way. Yeah, we've said this many times, but the booth sits up here about the 15, 20-yard line, and so it's great when it's right down below us, like it is right now, but it's the other end of the field, and you know, sometimes people will say that they're on the 10-yard line when actually they're on the 20.
So that's not been good. So 11:56 left to go in the half, and it is 21-13 with the Rams in charge here, but South can stop them.
Yeah, we need to make some defensive adjustments.
Make some adjustments. You know, one of the things, Brian, that, and I mean, I've said this many times, many games, sometimes because you just don't have the speed, but I don't think that's true with South Kitsap right now, is we tend to play so far off the outside receivers on defense that we're giving them the quick outs. And, you know
one of the things that I have a hard time with, and again, you never would have wanted me to play a defensive back position at all, no speed.
Yep.
But it is, and I see it at all levels, not just at the high school, that it's like, why don't some of the DBs take a look sometimes, you know, coach up, see what the receivers, watch indications that the ball's coming and to take a look at it, because a lot of times the ball arrives and I don't think the DB knows that it's there.
So I agree that here's the kickoff. It is returnable. Bounces and picks up at the 12. And that is number 22 for Rogers with a nice return, getting it out to about 24, 25-yard line. South does a good job of stopping him there. So
Javon McCoy
with the return. So, Rogers starting at their own 24. Not terrible position, but not as good as they've had. And hopefully South can sit here and stop them, come up with a stop and get the ball back in decent position. They are playing on top of these receivers this time. So quarterback is coming out with a pass play. He's rolling off to his left-hand side. Comes back, and I think even if he'd caught it, would have been out of bounds. So incomplete pass, comes up 2nd and 10.
He fired that ball in there, didn't he?
He did. He's got a good arm. Got a good arm. And
it's Rashard Bone.
South did play press coverage
Boone,
there.
Excuse me, Boone. My apologies.
So now they're playing, playing off about 5 yards this time. So this looks like a run play.
That time they bottled them up.
Going to gain about 2 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 8. Brian, here's what we need for South Kitsap. Make this stop here and get the ball back in some decent field position.
I'm going to predict that little swing pass, little quick pass out to the side.
I don't think South's going to let them do that. I think they're going to come on up a little bit more on them. They were playing about 10 yards off, and now they're within 5.
No call.
No call. He didn't cross the line. He's staying back a yard. So he's got to get it all the way across.
Back to pass.
So he's going to run for it.
He is not going to get the first down.
No, he makes it to the 31-yard line. You saw him look kind of back looking for the markers. And this brings up 4th down.
This is the first stop by either team, at least the defense.
Yep, so Rogers will punt. Back for Rogers is looks like number 80, and that's Michael Juro. And South Kitsap, I believe it's normally Bowden Harvey, number 1, but I can't see the number.
It's a fake.
Fake.
He's going to get it. They snapped it to the up back, and off he went.
Oh, the up back's also their running back. That's Josiah Tajeron. So they do get the first down on the fake. Nice call by Rogers. Caught South kind of sleeping there. So we still haven't seen a punt. 1st and 10 Rogers from their own 49. Again, South can. We need to get a stop to close this gap here. So it's another pass play. And it's a short pass up the middle. Going to go for about let's call it 7 yards. So it brings up 2nd and 3. And again, Rogers, out here quickly. 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Single back formation. Brings up 2nd and 3. Here's another quick pass. This time out to the left-hand side. Makes cut, and he's gone. Looks like number 19.
Couple of cuts, and he almost went in untouched.
That's Alexander Jurgensen in for Rogers. And again, we're in a track meet here. We've had 6 scores in the first quarter and a little bit. So,
well, the Wolves stopped them. What we thought was a punting situation, and they ran the fake punch. Which I like calls like that. It's a little get gutsy and get a little bit risky, but I like it.
Well, you're 2 and 5. Take the chance.
Yeah,
I mean,
go
for
it.
The kids like it. The kids, enjoy stuff like that too. So, Rogers setting up for the extra point. And it's good. So that's going to be 28-13 with 10-11 left in the half. And, honestly, that's, in a way, that's kind of another mistake by South Kitsap, right? You can't sell out so much when you're at the 50-yard line that, you don't get an opportunity to stop that. And that was well executed by Rogers on that fake punt. But, again, South has had some real good returns here, so hopefully we can get, another nice one back. So, and South will get the ball to start the second half. So, we'll see who has it at the end of the first half, because it's been nobody's really. South fumbled once, otherwise the offensive has scored in every drive. So again, we have Bowden Harvey and Devontae Sellers back to return, and they decided to kick it short, squib kick, which I don't blame them after the last bunch of returns. So that's going to be number 45 for South Kitsap, which is
Braden Moore.
And Braden's going to bring the ball up to about the 37-yard line. So again, South has good field position.
Good heads-up play, scooped it up and ran hard straight up the middle.
Get what you can. So, again, 10:06 left in the first half. Plenty of time. Both these offenses are scoring fairly quickly. South comes out with 2 receivers to the left, single back. Bryson Clay, and it's going to hand it off to Bryson up the middle. And he is going to be stopped right there, probably for about a 2-yard loss.
Not much there that time.
No.
There's a couple of funny-looking guys. We have faces for radio.
Yep, that's why we sit up in the booth.
Yep.
So, second and 12 for South Kitsap.
Never grow up.
2 receivers to the right. Folks, you see what I have to put up with here.
Phil's speechless. He's just shaking his head.
Single back, and it's going to be a pass play out to Bowden Harvey.
Oh,
whoop.
Whoop.
Oh, that's
almost got away.
Almost got away. Nice tackle, but he does pick up about 8 yards, so it's going to bring up third and 3. So
we still got lots of time in this second quarter. 28-13. I know there's a lot of games that don't tally that much in a full game.
Yep, and 3rd and 3 gives South a lot of options because they'd go for it on 4th and 1. So here you go, and it's going to be a play action with Bowden Harvey behind the receivers, deep out there. And he's going to go in for a touchdown.
That was a pretty play. Really well set up. Faked the handoff to the middle, hit him in stride, and he was almost caught, but he was smart and angled out and got the score. How about that?
56 yards for the touchdown. So
I like that play.
Yep, great job.
I mean, not just because it was a touchdown, but it just that was pretty well executed. Started with a fake of going to Clay up the middle and drop back and hit him in stride.
Hard play action and great pass from Franklin Fox to Bowden Harvey.
He's got an arm, boy. I'm looking forward to seeing him in his senior year.
Yeah. So here's the extra point. The kick is up. The kick is good, and that closes the gap to 28-20. So, in the second quarter. And again, folks, we're not even halfway through the second quarter. So
let's see if we can do the math. Let's see. End of the game will be a lot to a lot.
Yep. And once again, it's one of these things. It's like one of these defenses has to make the adjustment to make a stop on the other team. And we do that. Hopefully South can do that on this drive. We almost got out of it last drive. Make a play or two, and the offenses are cooking, so let them cook.
Well, if you like scoring, and defense is so in your mind, this is a great game to watch.
There's no doubt there. I mean, this has been a
look at that. It's great shots of the student body section and the crowds getting excited. And some of them even watch the football game.
Yep, here comes the kickoff. The South will pooch it a little bit, so the ball's only going down to about the 20. Oh, no, it's not good.
He's
off
gone. To the races.
And that's number 22 for Rogers. And that's Javion McCoy. And
holy moly.
There's another response for you. So that's makes it 34-20, Rogers. That didn't take very long.
South has got to be going, holy moly, what are we going to do to slow these guys down? That time I think somebody didn't have a lane covered or plugged up because it was one-on-one like right now. Yep.
And one-on-one with the kicker, and that's your safety, so that's never the person who you want out there by himself. So Rogers will line up for the extra point.
I don't know when the last time I saw a game like this.
So South is missing a player, so they're going to trot somebody on. You'd think eventually they're going to get tired, but both teams. But here we go. I think we're lining up for the extra point here. All right. There's a snap.
It's up.
And it's good.
Once again, it's good. It's going to make it 35-20.
With 8:55 left to go in the first half. So, lots of scoring, 55 points so far total. And Rogers will kick off to South Kitsap, and we've had two close South Kitsap returns so far this tonight.
Oh, yeah. The South is no way out of this. They get a stop here, and all of a sudden the game is within reach. It does put some pressure on the offense that they need to keep up and keep scoring.
Yeah, like I said, really neither offense has stopped the other one. Both special teams seem to be having some pretty good returns, really. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. So back for South Kitsap is again Bowden Harvey and Devontae Sellers, number 1 and number 13.
I think Harvey's tired from that last pass. Catch and run. Little squib kick.
Covered squib kick, and he does pick it up. I believe that's Bowden Harvey.
Nice little move to get a few more yards on the outside. Coming up just short of the 30.
So South will have the ball. Looks about, 29 and a half, somewhere, just call it 29-yard line, and 1st and 10 with 8:48 left to go. So You know, a lot of these kids play both ways, Brian. You got to think, you know, even with subs, and they've got to be getting a little bit tired. And I counted, I think, Rogers players coming through. I was here early tonight, and they only had 42 kids. I think a couple of them were not suited up, so they only brought about 40 players tonight. South comes out, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. This time we're going to take a pitch out to Bryson Clay, and Bryson's going to take it on up. There is a flag on the play. He brings it up for about 13 yards. And they move flag back a little bit. That's probably going to be a hold against South Kitsap.
Not really where a holding call is usually, but still come, you know.
And on a pitch play like that.
It is, absolutely. You know, usually you kind of see it come from the backfield, back judge something.
It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Okay, I was talking, I wasn't paying attention.
It was holding. 10-yard penalty from the spot of foul. And, you know, the nice thing is it's first down. It's going to be 1st and 12 instead of 1st and 10. It's not a drive killer penalty. I mean, takes away a nice run. And honestly, don't know how much impact that had on the play, but
Holding's holding.
Holding's holding. So South come out again. 2 receivers to the right. Bryson Clay in the backfield. 1 receiver to the left. And Franklin Fox takes a snap and going to do a pitch. Basically the same play other side. Try to get on outside. Nice blocking, and he's going to bring it up to past the first down, about where he was last time. So brings up 13 yards, and now we got flag after the play.
It's going to be a unsportsmanship-like conduct against the Rams. There was some pushing and shoving both ways, and of course it's usually the response that gets it, and that's what's going to happen here, I believe. They'll talk it over and figure it out.
But it was a 13-yard gain by Bryson Clay. That all the extra stuff happened after the afterwards. So this is going to be a
dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the defense. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. First down.
So they call it unnecessary roughness. And so against the Rogers, that'll be additional 15 yards on that play, brings it down to the Rogers 44-yard line.
Well, I saw the whole thing happen. The South player had a particularly hard block, legal, but took him down to the ground, and with the block, there was a little bit of John, I think, there, and the Rams player pushed him from behind and right in front of the ref. That's not a good thing to do.
So this is going to be a end-around sweep to Mr. Fry. Tommy Fry, and he's going to pick up about 13 yards again, down to the 31-yard line. So
nice play. I like that call.
Yeah.
A little something different.
You know, they'd like to get, I know Tommy Fry is another one of the speedsters. They like to get the ball in his hands in open field if they can, just let him go. So, and he's a junior, so he'll be around for next year too. 2 receivers to the left, single back, 1 to the right. They, looking at this, Bryson does a nice job pumping through the first line, getting on out, takes on another man, and he's in for the touchdown. What a great run from the 31-yard line.
What an effort. And you know what? I'm going to give the ball or the award for the receiver out there. I don't know who it was, but was a key block, just driving his man back about 10 yards.
Yeah, did great blocking on, deep in the defensive backfield there, and just a nice job. And makes it 35-26.
I don't know if we can see that as a replay or not, but if we do, watch the wide receiver on that far side, and his block was absolutely excellent.
So this is Jesse Billings in for the extra point again. Snaps there, it's up, and point is good, so it's going to be 27-35. 35-27, still in favor of
7
Rogers.
minutes to go. That's incredible.
This is a defensive struggle, not.
Yeah, something like that.
So,
Yeah, whichever defense decides to show up tonight could help their team win.
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, I don't know if this is South's strategy. Just let them run because they only brought 40 kids. They don't have many subs. In the fourth quarter, they'll be too tired to play. But these kids, a lot of these kids, probably about a quarter to a third on each team are playing both ways. You've got to be getting tired. I don't know how many miles they've run so far tonight.
I'm tired just watching them. But that's probably because we're in such tip-top condition, right?
That's
Phil?
true.
Something like that. Hey, got a donut?
I got a bunch. So South will kick off again. I mean, that whole drive took just over a minute. So, and South is going to go with the same sort of thing, a little bit of a squib, and Rogers falls on it at the 36-yard line. That was number 13 for Rogers, and that would be.
That is Gabriel Eckert.
Did the smart play, the right play. Balls bouncing around like that, just stop it. So you're, there.
Yeah, puts the ball on 36-yard line. Not bad field position to start your drive.
Yeah. So Rogers comes out, two receivers to the left and tight, and they're going to throw to one. There's nobody out there. They both took the one receiver. Miscommunication on the defense there. Looked like the corner and the safety both took the deep receiver, and there's nobody on the short receiver. So same formation, single back, two receivers over on the far side of the field, two bunched up on the near side, one back.
If I were Rogers, I'd keep running that play because that's successful. They're getting 5-6 yards a pop on it.
And South is playing 6-7 yards back. This time they're going to try to sweep over to the short side, left-hand side. And that's going to gain some yards. I mean, that's gaining another 12 yards or so, 13 yards.
They've got to get down. I mean, I know that running back. He's good. He's not real big, but he's a powerful runner. And they got to get lower. They're trying to tackle him up around the shoulders and things, and that is not going to work on a power back like that.
Well, it doesn't work on anybody. I mean, you've got to get your shoulders down and hit these guys around the waist, no matter what you're doing, especially if you're one-on-one. We do have a flag out right now. Penalty. I did not see South move that time, so I think
false start.
False start on Rogers. So that'll move them back 5 and make it 1st and 15. But
the night weather continues to be good. The flag is straight down, no wind whatsoever, no rain. So keep it up. Great night for these kids to be playing ball. We saw him jump, but he didn't cross the line.
Yep. And actually, when Rogers moves like that to point him out, that should be another false start. So this time, deep path play, he's wide open. I see the defensive back stopped early, and he's got down to the 5-yard line. And that's number 18 from Rogers. So that's Jaden Kiblinger. So.
Yeah, he was wide open.
Well, I was watching him play, Brian. He was covered, and the back stopped. The defensive back stopped. So, not sure what happened there. Anyway, 1st and goal from the 5, handoff. And South Rogers thinks he's in, but no call from the officials yet. They're saying he's a little bit short.
Officials are saying no, he's not.
Yep.
Pretty darn close.
So
inside the 1, I think.
Yep. 2nd and goal from about a 1.5 feet away. So Rogers is under center. He dropped it. So that's going to be a loss of about a yard. And that's why you don't go under center if you don't do it all the time.
I was just going to say that. There's a couple of the cameramen. They are stellar tonight. You guys are getting some great shots. Keep up the good work, guys.
Third and goal from the 1. Rogers looking for the play. They have 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, single back. I mean, I'd just give it to the back again and see if South can stop him. Nope, quarterback's going to take it and run, and he's got a lot of field out there. He beats him to the corner, so that's number 8 Rashad Boone again for the touchdown. So
Critical to for someone to usually it's the D end or the outside linebacker to force anything out like that. And there was no one there to do that, and their quarterback's got a little bit of speed to him and wasn't touched.
Yep, just beat everybody around the edge. So that brings it to 41-27. Rogers with 4:57 left in the first half. And they're setting up for the extra point. And it's good. So with 4:57, almost 5 minutes left in the first half, the score is Rogers 42. Your South Kitsap Wolves 27. And there's our fine security people staying there. They're out here to have a nice night tonight, but they were a little bit wet last Friday night. So
69 points scored in the first half so far, Phil.
Yep, and plenty of time to score some more. The way these two teams are moving the ball. So Brian, I can't tell you the last time I've had a game like this. I mean, we've had 42 points scored against South Kitsap in the first half in recent years, but it's because South Kitsap wasn't competing. It was 42-0. Not like this where they are competing and they're answering right back, really. The only difference right now, Rogers started with the ball is that single fumble that South Kitsap had. That's the only stop we've had all night.
Another squib kick.
Yep. This one's run back to the 35-yard line. And again, that's number 45, the second return tonight for
Braden Moore. Yep, second time he's been able to pick up the ball.
Yep, he does a good job. Just picks it up and gets what he can out of it. So here's a 1st and 10. South Kitsap from their own 35-yard line. 4:53 left to go in the first half. So South will line up. They're going to put 2 receivers up top to the left, 1 down to the right, and Bryson Clay in the backfield.
Pretty standard formation.
Yep. This time we got make a motion. They're going to hand off to Bryson. He's going to pop it off inside to the right-hand side. He's going to gain about a yard or 2. So nice job by Rogers. Make a stop there, but everybody's had those 1 or 2 yard stops a couple times tonight, but unfortunately for both teams, they're usually followed by 10 yards. So
2nd and 8. Ball's on the 37-yard line. See if we.
So here we go. This is Bowden Harvey again. Last time he touched it, he scored. Well, here we go again.
Holy moly, guacamole.
Bowden jogging on into the end zone there.
Again, an outstanding block by the wide receiver on that side.
Yep.
I got to pick up his number.
And that was 63 yards. Folks,
holy moly.
If anybody has an abacus out there, if you could bring it up to the booth, that would be wonderful, because this is...
I'm glad tonight was not the night. I thought about trying to keep track a little bit, as I've done in the past, kind of the yardage and whatnot. I'd be out of paper. I'd be out of markers,
Yeah.
This is incredible.
So South lines up for their extra point, and the kicker's getting a lot of work tonight. Short, low, no good.
To the side.
So
that's two extra point misses. At some point in time, do you think they go for 2, or let's get the game a little closer?
Well,
it's 42-33, 9-point difference. Did I do the math right, Phil?
Yeah, you did that time. That's impressive.
There we go. I didn't even take off my shoes to count it out or add it up or whatever. But it is 75 total points with over 4 minutes left to go in the first
half. Yep. Folks, if you double these scores for the second half, you're looking at 84-66. Just to give you an idea of what, just a quick, and we're not done. Hopefully South can come out again. South needs to get a stop. If they can get a stop and put some points in here and then come out and score to start the second half, not only are they in it, they could be up in front. And here we go, kickoff again, and covered up by Rogers at the 25-yard line. The other thing I sit there and go, Brian, is at what point do you sit there and go, okay, we can't kick it deep. Let's kick it onside like 2 or 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not going to stop them on defense, don't, on offense, don't let them play offense. Even if you get 1 of the 3, it's, better. So Rogers comes out, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, single back. And they're going to hand it off. Nope, they're going to fake and then toss out to the far side to the right. I don't know what's going on there in South Kitsap defense, Brian, but they're sending 1 man deep. Rogers is taking 1 person going deep, and that's,
You got to get that fan. We got to get that fan a hot dog.
Yeah, looking a little thin there. So this time they have bunch formation. First time we've seen this over on the left-hand side. And send it to the right. It is 2nd down and 1. So
Going to hand off.
Hand off. The Wolves are there. They had him by Jersey, but he gets away. Nice run. Good job keeping his feet going. Going to be 1st down. Gain of about 3 yards.
It's interesting. Like you said, they had a bunch formation. All 3, not all 3, but 3 of the receivers on that side, which brought the defenders over. And then they handed off and ran right into it.
Yep. But if the receivers are blocking, then you're okay. 2 receivers on both sides this time. Pass play all the way. Trying to go across the middle. Short across the middle. Little screen.
There's a nice open field tackle.
Excellent job.
That was by number 4, Owen Kraut.
So
nice tackle there, young man.
And that holds it for a 3-yard gain. So again, Rogers sets up 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, single back. This is a long drive. It's been over a minute. So they're trying to wear down the clock, I think.
Yeah, change of play there. Look to the sideline.
This time it's going to be draw, and it's going up the middle for about 20 yards. So first down at the 45-yard line, 46-yard line. Hard to see. We call it 47. 47-yard line of South Kitsap for Rogers. 2 receivers on both sides. Back, pass all the way. Quarterback's running out of time. Running out of room.
There's going to be a holding call.
That's going to be a holding call there. So let's see what the flag is, but it should be a holding call.
What I saw, which I think is the holding, is there was a good initial block knocked over the South Kitsap guy, but then he held him down.
Yeah.
And you can't do that.
And I also saw a block in the back too.
Well, that too.
So
that's a no-no.
We'll see what we get. Hard when your quarterback decides to take off. He's on one side of the field and changes direction, goes to the other side.
Illegal use of hands on the defense.
Oh no, it's going against South.
Wow.
Automatic 1st down on that. Illegal use of the hand. So I didn't see that one, but I saw, back in the line, I could swear I saw wow. 15 yards. That's going to put the ball down at the 37-yard line.
And a 1st down.
So 2:03 left in the first half. Rogers lines up again. 2 receivers on each side. Single back. And again, Brian, there's nobody within 20 yards of this receiver. So it's going to gain 12. And the ball's at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, the Wolves are going to need to make it some sort of adjustment. I'm not sure what to do. They got to bring somebody up to cover that because that's been their bread and butter play, and it continues to work all this whole first half.
It's easy. It's a quick, it's just a quick out. Just quarterback's taking the ball, pitching out. And again, you look at this. The the corners are playing so far back on the outside receivers. I realize they don't have much help over top, and we're going to go deep to the left-hand side, overthrown. He was open and just got overthrown, so that'll stop the clock. There's 1:27 left in the first half. But again, it's you have to adjust if you're South Kitsap. And if you get burnt once deep, but you stop them 15 times, that might be okay. But brings up 2nd and 10 from the South Kitsap 26-yard line. And there we go. Same play he just had 2 plays ago. And he's going to pick up 5 yards, and it's out, flag down on the field. So that could be a hold. If you have a receiver out there blocking, sometimes that's what you get there. And we'll wait for the call.
Well, folks, just because it's... nice call, Phil. Holding on the offense. Going to back that up.
And there's our dance team there in all in pink.
Looking good, Wolves. We go off. You won't listen to us. Won't be having to listen to us at halftime. But the video production always has a great program. So, quickly grab something to eat, something to drink, and get back and watch the production.
So that's the pass play. Going to bring up about 12 yards. So with 1:14 left to go.
3rd and what do we got? I'm waiting for the scoreboard to show me.
Well, it looks like 3rd and 5. So again, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the far side of the field to the left, single back, quick out to the right, and that's going to go out of bounds. First down. Oh, they're going to say he's still inbounds. Now they're saying out of bounds. Okay. I mean, he said wind the clock.
Wind the clock, and then he stopped it.
I'm going to go what he's saying. So, I mean, they're going to stop the clock anyway for first down. But here we go. This time it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Cuts it on back. And he's in for a touchdown.
Yeah, those arm tackles are just not going to work against a powerful back like that.
Yep.
So he just keeps fighting and fighting and fighting, and he's going to keep going.
So that is the 3rd touchdown for Josiah Tejeron from Rogers on the ground tonight.
This is something I haven't seen in a long time, if at all.
So there's 48.7 seconds left, so that's enough for 4 or 5 more scores the way this game's going. But Rogers is set up for extra point. It's good. So right now, with 48.7 seconds left in the first half, it is Rogers 49 and South Kitsap 33. Don't know what to say, Brian. It's attractive.
A lot of points.
It's a lot of points. I don't think
82 points
in the first half.
I'd say, man, what a game at 82 points in the full game. This is only halfway through. What's going to happen second half?
No, I think, like I said, I wonder if somebody gets tired, if conditioning comes into play, because certainly these offenses are marching up and down the field, and defenses are so far not responding, really.
I think you'll see some adjustments at halftime with the D.
I hope so. I would hope somebody figured this out. And, if you're Rogers, you got to figure out how to stop number 24, Bryson Clay, consistently. And if you're South, you have to stop those quick outs that are killing you. I mean, they're just running off the backs.
And they're tackling.
Yep. So Bowden Harvey and Devontae Sellers back deep. They let the ball go through to Devontae, and he picks it up.
And he's going to be brought down from behind.
So down about the 26, 27-yard line. So
he's getting up a little slow there.
It was a hard tackle. I mean, you get the wind knocked out and stuff like that. So You know, he's staying on the field, though. I think he's coming
no,
off.
Yeah, let him get over there, catch his breath.
Yep.
Let the trainer check him out, make sure he's okay.
So, Brian, 40 seconds left.
I figure there's going to be, what, 2-3 more touchdowns?
Yeah. The way it's going. 1st and 10, South gets up at their own 27-yard line. They come out with 2 receivers on the left, 2 bunched a little bit closer together on the short side and the right. Single back. Call for the ball. Pass play all the way. This time nice pass. Caught at the 45-yard line. Going to be short of the first down. South lines right up. So, same formation. Another pass play. Going up the middle to Bowden Harvey. 45 seconds left. Clock will stop on the first down. That's pick up about 20 yards. Clock should stop on the first down to reset the chains and then restart, but South's going to call timeout.
Let them catch their breath a little bit, make sure that everyone knows what the play call is and their assignments.
So,
did you just say 21.3 seconds? Did you say that?
that's why I said earlier, I'm surprised not putting a little more time on the clock because I can't believe the coaches weren't calling for that timeout right away after that catch.
I was.
I know.
Did you notice?
I did.
I'm up here,
They didn't
I'm up
see it,
here
though.
trying to call timeout, and no one's listening to me.
Yeah.
No one's listening. No.
But so South has time for about 3 to 4 more plays, depending on how it goes. They have 2 timeouts. The whole field's open to them.
Keep an eye on number 13 there, Devontae Sellers. He's split wide. He's that dude's got some wheels, you know.
You get Devontae over there, and then in a little bit closer there, you have Bowden Harvey. So, both of them are speedsters, and it looks like Devontae's going to have one-on-one coverage up top.
Ooh.
And they were playing bumping,
Yeah.
up tight. So
Both corners backing off a bit. Well, they'll give them a little bit of yards, but they don't want to give up the deep ball.
and they do blitz, and Bowden Harvey's looking for a flag, but basically it was just a ball thrown inside.
The ball made it to the end zone.
Yep. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 with 16.7 seconds left.
This is where you coach the kids on the Rogers team is you don't let anybody behind you.
Yep.
Easier said than done.
Well, it's a wide field, and that's, people sit there and they say that, but, gosh, there's a lot of space to cover sometimes too. So their safeties are playing 20 yards back.
I figure the Wolves have about 2 plays left here.
Yep. So Franklin Fox out to pass. He's got plenty of time right now. He's throwing for the end zone to deep to who? I don't know. So, and that's
number 11. Thomas Fry was in the vicinity.
maybe a zip code, but
Well,
so I'm not sure if he,
that's
was trying to throw that away or just
I thought maybe that safety was going to sneak over there and pick it off, and
end the drive. So here we go. 3rd and 10. 9.2 seconds left in the half. And South Kitsap, I have a feeling this could be a pass play.
the Rams are in somewhat of a prevent. They're backed off. Their linebackers and DBs are backed off a little bit. They'll give them the underneath pass, but nothing behind them.
3 receivers up top. Franklin drops the ball, picks it up, and he's going to be tackled right there for a sack. And South will call timeout and have one more play on 4th down with 3 seconds left. Basically, Hail Mary towards the end zone.
Second charge timeout. South Kitsap.
South uses its second of 3 timeouts. I'm going to guess, unless there's a penalty on the defense, this will be the last play of the first half.
Yeah, I just wish we'd seen more scoring. But no, it's South does get the ball to start the second half, so they are going to need to make some adjustments on defense and figure out a way to stop Rogers. So up top, it looks like you're going to have Devontae Sellers and number 11 Tommy Fry. So,
Normally, you go into the locker room at halftime with 33 points, you're going to be feeling pretty good
exactly.
most of the time.
So here we go, 3 up top. And it's launched.
Deep. And it looks like it's intercepted by a Ram, but that's going to do it for the first half.
Yep. So that's going to conclude our first half. The score is your Rogers Rams 49, South Kitsap 33. It's time to relax. Enjoy the amazing halftime show that Brian was talking to you about. We had a spectacular performance from the SK Marching Band, along with presentations from our talented video production students. Don't go anywhere. You won't want to miss it. We'll see you at the start of the second half.
Bring your track shoes.
Ladies and gentlemen, South Kitsap Marching Band. Tonight, the band will be performing 4 songs from their 2024 show, Fearless Women in Pop. Tonight, they're joined by the Fearless Women themselves. Please welcome Demi Lovato, Billie Eilish, Halsey, and Britney Spears. AKA Briella Morgan, Gracie Smith, Annika Toimer, and Kai Zhang. Ladies and gentlemen, the first number tonight is Confident by Demi Lovato, arranged by Tom Wallace. next up, we have Bad Guy by Billie Eilish, arranged by Jay Dawson. Bad Guy. And up next, Graveyard by Halsey, also arranged by Jay Dawson.
The QSA Club has recently opened, and yet it seems that despite its importance to the community, not many people seem to know what it does or what it even is.
When I think of the QSA, I think of a community that's able to support and care about one another regardless of one's identity or beliefs. I believe that the QSA is for people similar to me and to others, and I believe that it's inclusive and diverse regardless of the identities and situations of each person in it.
Anyone can fit in.
I feel like it's a place for them to express themselves in ways that people would normally find odd or weird, such as the love for someone else. It's odd how people find that strange.
The QSA can even help with your academic career.
It helps keep your mind active, and it also helps you feel like you actually belong in a certain environment.
Even if it's just out of curiosity, I think there is plenty they can learn from even just one visit. So they'll see that it's something that could develop some good friendships out of.
It represents a connection between vastly different communities.
We didn't have to have the same upbringing to be part of it.
Join it, don't be judgmental, and be open-minded. We try to emphasize that we are people, and I feel like that's enough of a change that a high school club can do.
Know your community. Join the QSA today.
You may have seen the Marine Corps out at lunches just like the other branches that come and help students find an opportunity for after high school. But something you may not know about these Marines is the story behind what made them choose the Marine Corps.
Why I chose the Marine Corps over another branch was the sense and the idea of earning my place in a long line of legacy that can never be taken away or replaced. What I mean by that is once you become a Marine, you're always a Marine for the rest of your life. And that was really important to me as a young man because I never really had anything that was mine, that no one could take away from me. And now I do.
you take pride in your uniform, you take pride in everything you do, and you go around and you're able to say you're a Marine, you're able to say that you've accomplished something. It may be scary your first time because you go in and you don't really know what to expect, but you can reach any level as long as you work for it.
And you don't get a gold star for finishing first. You might get extra burpees for finishing last, but like everybody helps everybody out.
The community and the brotherhood that you get from it, can't really find that anywhere else.
It's helped me mature in ways that I never would have been able to, or it would have taken me longer to mature in those ways. And it really helped me. The greatest thing it did for me was find myself as a man and as a person. Life has a way after you graduate high school of forcing you to have to figure out who you are, because you kind of walk away from all the things that you've known your whole life as a kid, and now you're expected to just be an adult.
But what about for anyone who isn't sure if there's enough jobs and roles for them to have an opportunity in the Marines?
Honestly, there's more roles than most people know about. The Marine Corps, we have 350 different MOS, which are military occupational specialties, jobs. People get to go out there and do some really amazing things in the Marine Corps.
So it doesn't matter what background, what standards you have at the time, anyone can change, they just have to put the work in.
So, if the Marine Corps is something that interests you, you can go to rmi.marines.com and fill out the form. Once you do, you'll get a reply from your local recruitment office to help you get started in your journey.
3D Worlds and Interactive Tech is a place for people to show off their creativity with 3D programs like Blender. Although this year, 3D Wit is trying out some new things and improving upon what they've done in the past. So let's take a look at what's up, shall we?
Back last year, it was super fun, super awesome, and now we're also still super fun and still super awesome. We're also preparing our students for competition prep for Skills USA. We are doing this by having workshops and classrooms, trying to teach them.
What's this brand new training stuff all about?
So we're now offering workshops, and we're dividing them into beginning and advanced students. So beginning can be anybody who's even interested in 3D modeling and animation and hasn't taken even a class. Whereas advanced is like, what are the cool topics that you've always wanted to learn and just aren't covered in a one semester class?
Now, if you want to use those new skills, you can participate in competitions.
Doing these competitions can reinforce what you've already picked up on, and it's really fun. These competitions have been reported from the last couple of people. We have officers who have done it in the past, and we have had club members who've done it in the past, and they've all basically reported that it was just a wicked blast. They've all had fun.
So, from teaching to competing, or even just sticking around to have some fun, 3D Wit allows for any of that. And if it piques your interest, be sure to check out 3D Wit at Room 202D on Thursdays from 2:15 to 3:30.
That's right, everyone! D&D Club is back and here to stay. After doing it for many years, the previous advisor is stepping down and letting someone new take the wheel.
For one, I've had a consistent group doing D&D for almost 9 years now, every Saturday, and I've always thought it was really cool to have a D&D club here. It's even better that it's one of the biggest ones we have. I'm someone that kind of knows and likes all kinds of tabletop, so it felt kind of right to take it up.
People that are familiar with the club don't have to worry about much changing.
Aside from the session 0 being on the 21st in stage 2, I'm keeping things kind of business as usual, with me mostly facilitating students having their systems and their games, and I'll be providing the materials. I want students to enjoy as they've been doing it, because clearly it's been going pretty well. If there's any changes that need to be made, I'll kind of feel it out as it needs to be.
As an advisor, Mr. Emerson will help wherever he can.
Initially, I'm going to feel around how people are running it, because I'm a new element, I understand that. But I want to get to know what people are doing. I want to know what the usual flow is for people, what people are trying to do, and see if there's anything I can help if even needed. Because if there's people that are just going and they know what they're doing, I don't really want to stick my hands in, have too many cooks. I know as a DM, I don't like when people, backseat me. I wouldn't want to do it to people that are comfortable.
New players and dungeon masters alike are welcomed with open arms.
So for new people, if you've even heard roughly of D&D and you've not tried it, give it a shot. Even the session 0, feel out who's going to be there. Even if you don't play the first session that we have on the 29th, just see how it is, because you don't always know how it's going to be, and maybe you'll find a group that you like, or maybe this group isn't for you and you find this one.
And those that have played D&D before are invited back.
If people are returning, honestly, I'll be really glad to meet you guys. I've probably seen some of you in the school. I've been here for a couple years, but it'll be nice to see you guys kind of show who you have in the back of your heads, who you want to be, how you express yourselves. It's kind of a through line that I think is important with D&D in general.
If anyone is interested in D&D Club, the first session is on the 29th, where groups will start playing. We hope to see you there.
For every type of person, there is a game to enjoy. For some, it's video games, while others may prefer sports. But the one I want to talk about is chess. Every Wednesday, boards are laid out, pieces are played, and some engage in this classic game of strategy. But what is this club I'm talking about?
The chess club is a place for students to come and play chess.
That sounds simple enough, but I wanted to know more about what exactly was going on.
In chess club, we play chess we get boards and everything, but then we're also gonna have leagues and tournaments that we're a part of with hopefully other high schools.
And lastly, I wanted to know why more should join this club.
I think that people should join the chess club just because it's a nice opportunity to be able to play chess, and there should be a lot of fun chess-based activities like different styles of chess, and it's not just chess as the only board game. We can also have others, but the main focus would be chess.
So you should join chess club because you can meet new people and hang out. If you want to learn more about the club, talk to or email Mr. McIntyre, or show up on Wednesday. See ya.
Hey there, SK. Do you want to come to the next football home game? With the next home game being this Friday, we thought we'd give you a few tips on how to be prepared. I mean, it is a homecoming game after all. Many people will surely want to go. If you want to get into home games for free, you'll need your ASB card. It's only a $45 fee, and it can get you into all home games for all sports, winter, fall, or spring. And you can get reduced away game prices, yearbook prices, and school dance prices. If you want to go to away games too, don't worry, you can purchase a ticket to ride on the Rooter bus. They take you to the game and bring you home, but you'll have to hurry because they have limited spots. When you're at a game, it's important to have good etiquette wherever you choose to sit, whether it's in the student section or with your family. Please remember that we do not condemn any offensive words, offensive chants, racial slurs, or racial remarks of any kind.
Let me offer you a scenario. You have a piece of trash. Do you A, throw it away, or B, throw it on the ground?
Wrong. The correct answer was A. Here's why.
The reason is because 60% of all water pollution comes from littering, along with litter killing 100 million sea animals each year. So, where can you throw away trash? Here, 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 there, here. There's plenty of places to throw away your trash, South. Keep the forest clean.
See that? Oh, you don't? This is how a lot of people look at bus stops early in the morning. Even a simple cell phone flashlight could save your life. Add bright clothes and reflective surfaces, and it's even better. Protect yourself and others. Be seen, be safe.
Oh, we step back. Mr. Third guy today?
No.
Okay.
We're back.
So what an amazing game so far, folks. A lot of scoring, a lot of, first half defense that wasn't there.
A lot of scoring.
But still a lot of scoring.
Did we mention a lot of scoring?
Brian, I think we did. There was a lot of scoring. So we do have, actually, thanks to folks next to us, some South Kitsap stats for you. Franklin Fox is 8 of 11. He did have that one pick, which really didn't mean anything at the end of the half.
Yeah,
when
it
he
doesn't
threw
really
up.
count.
But he's got 210 yards and 2 touchdowns. And number 24, Bryson Clay, 117 yards, 3 touchdowns. Number 11, Tommy Fry, he's got 3 catches for 23 yards. And Bowden Harvey has 5 catches for 187 yards and 2 touchdowns. And South Kitsap has over 300 yards of total offense in the first half. That would be a nice game.
Yeah,
usually.
game. You'd be happy as coach, right?
Right, and here's the problem. They're behind. So I don't have any of Rogers' stats, but the good part is South Kitsap is going to start with the ball. It's 49-33. See if South can put together a drive, which they have so far every time. Both these offenses have, the only stop there was when South Kitsap fumbled the ball. Otherwise, and the end of the interception at the Hail Mary at the end of the half.
Yep,
but
yeah. Like I said, that almost shouldn't count. It does,
Yep.
but again, nights is good. The rain hasn't come, the wind hasn't come. The flag is not even moving. An onside kick, and scooped up by a Wolf over there in the far corner. Good heads-up play. South's going to start with the ball on about the 40-yard line. Great field position. Interesting coming out of the second half with an onside kick.
It's what I was saying earlier. If you're not going to stop them anyway, who cares if you give them the ball at the 50, you give them the ball at the 35. If your defense doesn't stop them, go onside. Try to get 1 or 2 of those so you get another chance to play offense, because the defenses so far have not managed to stop the offenses.
We've seen the Wolves make some adjustments at halftime that have been productive. It'll be interesting to see if that holds true of the defense.
So 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. It's going to be a sweep out to the right for Bryson Clay. And he's going to pick up a bunch of yards. Ooh, he had one man to beat, and he was going to be in the end zone again. But instead we'll settle for the 13-yard gain on 1st down.
He is a hard-running young man.
So
we've got a Rogers Ram slow to get up down in front of the SK bench, and the
older trainers out there.
Yeah, the South Kitsap trainers are boom right there.
So he's marching off the field by himself, which is great to see. That's their returner, who's had a touchdown already, number 22, Javon McCoy. So it looks like he's being able to march off. So hopefully there's something
he's
just
sort of
temporary.
jogging off, but you can tell he's feeling something.
So
not feeling 100%.
But hopefully it's short term. I mean, we don't want to see any of these student athletes hurt. So I don't care
either
what
side
team.
of the ball.
Yep. So South comes out, 2 receivers, short side and right, 1 up to the left, 1st and 10, and missed play there. Nice job by Franklin Fox to gain a couple yards. Either Bryson Clay or Franklin, one of them turned the wrong way because Franklin went to hand off that ball and there was nobody there.
It was like I'm ready to hand up. Where'd
you go?
But heads up, tucked it, and picked up a couple yards.
Better
That
than a
happens.
loss.
Yep.
It's still a positive play, much better than losing a yard or 2. So brings up 2nd and a long 8 from the 36-yard line of Rogers. So already South is getting close to being scoring position, and again, we're not seeing a lot of defensive stops here. So South lines up. They got again 2 receivers over on the right-hand side, 1 to the left. Bryson Clay in the back, and he's going to run up the middle. I know we're going to get a pitch out behind, nice fake, and Devontae Sellers is going to get the ball, and he's only going to gain about 2 yards before.
I thought he was going to get a little more than that, but the Rams came up on defense and shut that down.
It was a good pursuit by Rogers, that's for sure, because he had some open field there, and that's what South is looking for with Devontae. They just want to get him out there and let him run, let him take off. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 6. So we'll see what South can do. Obviously, they're in 4-down territory right now. As long as they don't lose yards, I'm sure they'd be going for it. But let's see what happens on 3rd down. We have 2 receivers bunched to the right, same formation, 1 to the left, and Bryson Clay in the backfield. And Bryson is going to stay in block. And Franklin is going to take off to the left-hand side.
I don't know how Franklin got out of there.
And he is going to pick up a whole bunch of yards. inside the 10-yard line. And
It looks like he stepped out about the 15.
They're going to mark him out there. Okay.
Yeah. He was walking the tightrope there.
But great job by Franklin Fox to
Here's a
go
replay of it.
He moves on out and shows the speed. He's definitely got some. So I say he stepped out right there. So.
Devontae Sellers was a nice block. I think he's the one that's been out there blocking on some of those plays, doing a really nice job. Heads up play for a freshman.
Yeah, turned around, saw his quarterback run, said, okay, I'm not a pass receiver anymore, I'm a blocker. Great job. So this time we're going to come out, looks like a receiver on each side. Everybody else packed in the middle, and Bryson's going to take the ball. And unfortunately, it looks like we're probably going to get a flag on the play. It looks like I think we're going to get a hold against South Kitsap. But there was a loss of 1 on the play. So let's see what the call is. Still waiting for the call.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty for the previous stop. First down.
So bring up 1st and 20 from the 25-yard line for South Kitsap. So haven't had that many penalties. That one's kind of a killer, but both offenses that have been able to move the ball, so we'll see what happens. South comes up, 2 receivers on top on the left-hand side, single back, 1 receiver on the right. Officials holding off till they get in position. Looks like we have double coverage over here on the right-hand side, single coverage up top to the left. And it's going to be a quick out to the left. That's going to Tommy Fry, number 11.
Runs into his own
Oh,
man
no, it was
there.
Devontae Sellers, number 13, who got that one. So going to be a pickup of 11 yards. Brings up 2nd down 9. Great job.
I like that play. That play.
Got more than half of it back. That's what you need. So ball's at the 14-yard line. 2nd down and 9. But when you got a strong running game, it opens up those quick passes sometimes, and that's awesome. So Wolves come out. They have 2 receivers over on the right, 1 up top to the left. Tight end moving over to the left-hand side. And Bryson Clay in the backfield, single back. Tommy Fry coming in motion. And Bryson Clay taking the ball up the middle. 1st down, and he's in for a touchdown. South Kitsap score. So that's number 24, Bryson Clay, and for, I believe, his his 4th touchdown of the night.
Is that all?
That's it. So South does what they have to do, which is come on out and get these points going in. It looks like South is going to go for 2 right here, Brian.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that at the close of the first half there. At some point in time, they've missed 2 of their extra points. I think you should keep an eye on number 24 there. Would not be surprised.
Yep, it's going to be a pitch out.
And not going to get there.
And good job by Rogers, is that number 22? It is number 22. He's the player who was injured earlier, so nice job by him to make the stop. That's Javon.
I just showed the replay of the touchdown. Just some really nice blocking and running by Mr. Clay.
So it's 8:41 left in the 3rd quarter, and it's 49-39 in favor of Rogers. Brian, I hate to say it, but from South Kitsap, we're going to do the same thing Rogers did. We're going to come out and kick onside until, although I might give my defense one more chance to stop them, see if the adjustments made any difference. But other than that, your defense is just aren't stopping anybody. Try to get the ball back.
88 points combined. Just need 12 more and break the century. Huh? Let's hope the Wolves do that.
Might do that in the 3rd quarter. So, all right.
Who'd have thunk that you scored 39 points and you're down by 10?
Yeah. So
Little squib kick.
little squib kick, and again they're just going to jump on. That's at the 31-yard line. So that's number 23, Carson Barnett for Rogers.
Smart play. Just cover it up if you're not the featured running back there. Just on that, don't try to be fancy. Just drop on it, and you got good field position, as they do on the 31-yard line.
So let's see if South has made some adjustments on their defense to see if they can make some stops here. They have Rogers lining up with two kind of bunched up to the top, two farther off on the left, and a running back run play here off tackle to the right for about 13 yards, it looks like. So it's going to be a first down for Rogers at the 43-yard line. So but first and 10 Rogers at the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line. Two again, bunch formation to the right. This time again, pitch out to the right-hand side. South is there after about 4 yards, 5 yards. We're going to give them the 5 yards on that one. And bring up to about the 49-yard line. Looks like brings up 2nd and 5. Two receivers on each side. They keep their one's on tight up on the short side of the field. So single back. This is going to be pass play. Going deep.
It's going to overthrow him. He was open.
He got behind him at the end there, but going to bring up 3rd and 5. So
Martin Hernandez was the intended receiver. And he was out there, but looks like the rain may be coming down a little bit. We see an umbrella or two. They put a tent up over the training table and staff down there. So trying to determine, it's kind of hard with the lights and whatnot. But again, there is almost no wind.
So again, Rogers out here rolling off to the left-hand side, trying to throw. A lot of Wolves right there, and he just throws out, almost threw it into the hands of number 4 of the Wolves. So that would have been Owen Crowd again. But saw it just at the end. Okay, so Rogers is going to go into punt formation on 4th and 5. Here you go.
Watch the fake. Oh, right through.
Just got his hands up just a little bit too late for that. And we will see what happens, but South is not rushing that hard. They have the linebackers in. Here we go. It's another fake to the other side, and this one is not going to go anywhere. Oh, fumble. It doesn't matter.
Well, it doesn't make a difference.
South ball anyway. So South will get the ball at the 40-yard line.
I still get excited when the ball gets on the ground. But you're right. It wouldn't make any difference.
So turnover on downs. 1st and 10 South at the Rogers 40-yard line.
Now here's where you got to take advantage. This is not the time to, well played by the defense. They were, I think, ready for that time.
Playing it all the way. I mean, I don't even know if they have.
They didn't even have anybody really deep. It was about maybe 20 yards off the line of scrimmage, and they were just going to say, okay, if he's going to punt it, it'll go down, and whatever happens.
Yep. So South comes out 1st and 10 at the Rogers 40-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the far side to the left. Single back, man in motion, Tommy Fry, and they're going to pitch it on out to Tommy. Nice block there.
He's going to be lucky that he does not get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a couple of yards there.
Yeah, honestly, he should have cut that in. Bryson Clay made a nice block to get his guy out. And unfortunately, Tommy DeRay decided to go outside instead of cutting through. So here is the rain. You can see a nice picture, guys, of.
Good job, Cam Crew.
So the field is going to get wetter and wetter as we go along, but at least it's in good shape, good grip. And we are waiting for something from the officials.
And luckily, going back to the weather report here, luckily there's not
a whole lot of
wind. It's getting wet.
So there was a hold on South Kitsap on that play. So
back, yeah, they're gonna
back them up 10 yards, and it'll be 1st and 20.
Yeah, 20 yards, that's nothing, Phil.
Not in this game so far for either team. That hasn't been a big deal. So, so it's going to be 1st and 20 from the 50, and you know, obviously that's 4 downs to get there. So hopefully South can just keep marching. And we have 2 receivers and a tight end over on the right-hand side, and Bryson's going to take it off tackle to the right, make a couple moves, and he's going to get basically to where the other play ended, which is the 42-yard line. So a pickup of 8 yards there.
2 more pickups of 8s, and I don't know, I think that pretty much gives them a first down, doesn't it?
Nice play, gets first contact there, about 5 yards deep. So
that young man just runs hard. I like the way he plays ball. He's got to be tired, though. I hope they have some ice tubs. They're going to need it. Whole body ice down.
So 2nd and 12 for South from the 42-yard line. Another handoff to Bryson Clay, up the middle, straight up the middle, and he's got the first down. So obviously,
I'm talking about 2 plays, 2-1.
So, you know, ball's at the 28-yard line, and the penalty really did not hurt South at all. They were able to get it back in 2 plays and averaging 10 yards a play right now in the second half, at least this drive. So brings up 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line for South Kitsap Bulls. 2 receivers over on the left, 1 on the right. Tight ends over on the left-hand side.
Both corners are playing up tight.
Yeah. And Bryson's going to cut on back and then take it up the middle. And he's inside the 10 to 9 yard line. 1st and goal, South Kitsap after a gain of 16 yards.
There's an interesting shot of the lights and the rain a little bit.
Well, South doing what they need to do, which is, you know, make some stops and come on down. Just need to go ahead and score. So
Bryson did a nice job of tucking that ball. He felt the pressure of the defense, and he tucked that ball in a little bit tighter.
So here we go, another first down run for Bryson. This time, well, you think he's caught, but he dropped the ball, but it knocked out of bounds. So
Ooh-wee. I just complimented him on tucking the ball in. He puts it on the.
Well, stop complimenting people, Brian.
Well,
you know
he
how it
deserves
goes.
It. Reassuring tap with number 55.
Brings up 2nd and goal from the 17-yard line. So, I mean, he was doing a really good job of going around, making a move, and looked like he might get around the end, the right end, but he got caught. So 2nd and goal from the 17. And this is going to be fake play action, pass play to tight end, and it's incomplete. That was intended for number 9, Anthony Flashy. And honestly, was there. So it's going to bring up 3rd and goal from 17. So nice pass. Just couldn't hang on to it. And again, it's getting wetter out there. So South comes out. They have number 13, Devontae Sellers, all the way up top to the right. At the left rather formation, 2 receivers to the right. We're going to throw it deep to Bowden Harvey. And he's out of bounds. All right, Brian, so what do you do? It's 4th and goal from the 17.
Well, 4th down, territory. You got to go. You got to go.
Yeah, you got to go because I don't think we have a kicker who can kick quite that far either.
We
need 10 points.
True.
So.
True.
It's.
I feel they're not going to kick from there, but that a field goal would make up for the 3 missed extra points.
Right. So.
2 on kicks and 2 attempted 2 and didn't get it. So
this time, again, 2 receivers on the short side and the right, tight end and a receiver up to the left, single back. Franklin Fox has going to take the snap. 4th and goal. So I like it. Put it in the end zone. Give it your best shot. That's you know, you can live with that as a coach. I mean, that's, you know, at least he didn't take a sack or something, gave his guys a chance to get to it. And that's all you can do sometimes. So, turnover on downs. Again, first stop for each defense.
2 successive possessions.
Yep. So Rogers takes over at their own 17-yard line. They'll start with 2 receivers up to the right, to the left, single back formation. And they're going to start with a handoff up the middle. And he's going to gain right about 10 yards. So I think it's going to be just a little bit short of the first down marker. Brings up 2nd and 1. Well, South Bear make these subs quicker.
Yeah, I think South D needs to get ready. They're barely getting set. And there's that little screen. Nice tackle there, but still picks up 7 yards.
So that's enough for a first down for Rogers at the 32-yard line. So again, same formation. 2 receivers over in the left-hand side, 2 up top to the right. And here's the thing, Brian, I don't see, you know, on the left-hand side here, one guy goes deep, the other guy's short, but we're going to get a short pass out to the right, cuts it on back, making some nice moves. And that's going to be, wow, that's a nice gain for Rogers, about 20 yards.
Now that time what I did see different was I believe it was a linebacker that was coming out to him, but then the receiver cut back to the middle and the field was wide open.
Yeah.
You know, so heads up play by the receiver for Rogers, but a little bit of an adjustment there, but not quite.
So we have a Rogers player down. That's their halfback, number 29.
Josiah
Tejeron. So hopefully, again, you know, we want to see him back out on the field here.
Hopefully just a cramp. They're doing lots of running. They could very well be a cramp.
Could be.
You see him over there stretching a lot, and that's probably.
Well, I don't see Athletic Trans running to him, so hopefully, again, something minor. 2 receivers to the right, to the left, single back. Little pass out here to the left, same short pass.
And he's off to the races.
You know, I just, if you're going to play 10 yards off, so not only that, but the first receiver going deep is taking the cornerback with him, and there's nobody near the second receiver. So no good adjustments made right here. So, again, 2 receivers to the left, 2 far out to the right, single back. This time it is a handoff up the middle. Breaks out to the left-hand side, goes around the left-hand edge, and it's tackled by the Wolves. Nice stop. But they going to give up a couple more yards and make it third down. Third down about 2. Rogers lining up. They have 3 receivers over on the right side of the formation, 1 to the left. Going to roll out to the right. The quarterback's going long to the end zone, and South is there.
Almost picked off.
And the receiver had to play a little bit of defense there to keep Bowden Harvey from catching it. We all know Bowden can catch, so going to bring up 4th down, I believe. And maybe 2 receivers to the right, to the left, 1 back.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2? Okay, 3rd down. Somehow I missed that. Okay, handoff up the middle. Wow. Brings down to the 5-yard line, so that's going to be about a 20-yard gain on 3rd down. Going to be 1st and goal for Rogers. Nice run up in the middle. Nice blocking there. The line's getting down deep. 1st and goal, Rogers inside the 5. And South is there to make the stop this time. It stopped them about the 4. So 2nd goal from the 4-yard line. Well, scoring has slowed down, Brian. We did see a couple stops here, so both defenses made a couple adjustments. Second and 4 Rogers. They got 3 receivers on the right-hand side, and they're going to throw it off to the right. A little quick out. South is there again. So they are going to gain, looks like 2 to 3 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and probably about 1 from the goal. 3rd and goal from the 1.
Okay, here's the play.
So they're lining up with 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left, single back. And it's going to be straight handoff. South is there, but I think he's in. Yep.
Ball looks like it came out, but I think he was already across the goal line.
So touchdown for Rogers.
Flag? Nope. Sorry, yellow line. Playing on the field.
Touchdown Rams, Jaden McCoy.
So that brings the score to 55-39.
You got a South Kitsap player down. He's holding his leg. So we'll take care of him before they go for the extra point here.
So 55-39. Extra point pending. And again, South did a good job coming out of the halftime, coming down, scoring, then getting a stop, and they just, they couldn't punch in themselves. So that was unfortunate. And otherwise, what do you do? I mean, neither defense is really stopping the other team. They've each now had 1 stop, plus South has had 1 turnover. And that's really where the score lies. So the South players up on their feet, coming down off the field with coaches.
He's walking pretty gingerly. Hope he's okay.
So it looks like one of our linemen.
Looks like number 8.
Oh, it's looked at number 8? Okay, I thought I saw 2 numbers. So that would be
Santiago Herrera.
Defensive line.
Defensive line and Y. What do you think? There's several designated. Their offensive position is a Y.
It's a receiver. So the extra point is up and good. So it's now 56-39 in favor of Rogers Rams. So South will get the ball. And again, no problem driving. See if they can put 8 on the board. Get down, get the touchdown, get the extra point. And go from there. So next touchdown, Brian, will put us over 100 points total.
No.
Yes.
Am I doing my math skills again?
We're at 95 right now.
So we are. The next touchdown will put us over 100, Phil.
So
forgot to carry the 1. I mean, at this point in time, we have all of our shoes off, counting on our fingers, and we still can't get that high.
I'm counting on Brian's toes. So.
I wouldn't touch those.
All right, so Rogers getting ready to kick off. Again, Devontae Sellers and
Deep,
Bowden Harvey.
squig, or offside? I go deep. Nope, squig. Squib. Pick it up. That makes the coach nervous.
Yeah, you've got to either pick that up or jump on it right away because that's a live ball. So Devontae Sellers does the right thing, gets on it. It really hasn't mattered where either team is started. South's going to start their own 21, 1st and 10. Both teams have been able to march the length of the field, so. We got 1:33 left to go in the third quarter.
South needs to score some points here.
Just going to start out with 3 receivers over on the right-hand side, 1 up to the left. Single back. And they're going to throw it out to the right. And it's Bowden Harvey. He's going to cut it back on in. And he's going to pick up just over 10 yards, I believe. Yep. He's at the 32-yard line, so they're going to make it 1st and 10. South Kitsap at their 32. This time we're going to put 3 receivers over on the left-hand side of formation, 1 to the right, and a single back. So another pass play. Same thing, other side of the field. Same play, so it's going to not quite as effective, but still effective. Going to pick up 6. I think South is sitting there trying to, open up the run a little bit and go wide with some of these passes, and hopefully it opens up the lanes for Mr. Clay. So 2nd and 4. This time it is a handoff to Bryson Clay. He bounces it outside. He's going to get around the corner. He's going to get enough for the 1st down. Goes out of bounds at about the 44-yard line of South Kitsap. Breaks up the 1st down. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 South Kitsap.
They're moving. Of course, both teams have been moving all night, right?
Exactly.
Just about. It's interesting, the defense, neither one had stopped the other. And then to start the second half, they had 2 stops, one on both sides of the ball. So.
And then they both keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, Rogers was able to go down and score. Now South is making some offensive adjustments, and they're looking like they're marching. So 2 receivers to the right. Motion is Tommy Fry. Lucky to get back up to the line of scrimmage on that play. That was well read. Rogers did a good job of getting upfield. Their DE, who I think might be a little bit injured. I think he took a kick to the face.
Couple of Rams down the field. One getting up slow. He's already up. The other one he's setting up now. That's good.
Yep. So I don't know if that's the linebacker came on up, but turned that play in, which
that is the end of the third quarter, Phil, with the Roger Rams up 56-39 over the home team, South Kitsap Wolves.
So that's getting up gingerly there is Mr. 22, Javion McCoy. So let's see what happened in the replay. He's the one who did make the tackle, and like I said, it looks like he might have just taken a foot into the chest or something. And hopefully that's again short-lived. Walking a little bit gingerly off the field, but so when we start this next quarter, it's going to be 2nd down, and this doesn't look right. They're saying 2nd and 2, but. No. Okay, 2nd 9.
They need to change a quarter. I think.
2nd 9 for.
Yeah, 2nd.
So there's the replay. There's the tackle. So the ball's right at the 45-yard line. I'm actually surprised he did a great job of getting that far. So nice run. Fighting his way up. So 2 receivers on the left, 1 up to the right, single back, tight end wide is tight end on the left-hand side. So, and we're going to have another pass play.
And that's caught. Looks like about an 8-yard gain.
They're going to bring up 3rd and 2.
7-yard gain.
3rd and 2 at the Rogers 48-yard line. So
I am noticing that the Rams corners, at least one of them on the wide side of the field, usually plays right up in the south receiver's grill. Plays back about 8-10 yards on the other side. Don't know if that has to do with personnel or just the way they do it.
Sometimes it depends on your speed of your receiver. So nice run by Bryson Clay. Nice hole opened up there, and he's going to pick up about 10 yards there down to the 38-yard line. So 1st and 10 South Kitsap. So we have a nice audience out here. Everybody's still weathering the weather. It looks like the rain has lightened up a little bit. So 1st and 10 South from the 38-yard line of Rogers. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, single back. And we're going, whoa, quick out, and he's going to, nice improvisation, but we're still going to lose a couple yards. Nice try, Franklin. I don't believe that was the play call.
But they made something. It could have been a whole lot worse than that.
Yeah. So, going to bring up 2nd and 12. There is a loss on the play, but could have been more like 17 to 20. So, good job getting back as close as we did. So, I almost looked like they might have had a screen set up because that was a jailbreak rush. I mean, there was a lot of Rogers kids in the backfield. So, South have come up. They actually have 3 receivers over on the left-hand side and single receiver to the right, and Bryce Clay in the middle with the ball. Taking it. And Franklin is going to roll out to the left, turning, popping, going deep. And it looks like it's incomplete. Again, far end of the field. Nice try, nice throw. Far end of the field down there. And
there's the Kona ice truck. Give us something else to talk about.
So here's the replay.
Ball was just a little short. You know, that is so hard. You're right-handed quarterback, and he's going to his left, and he's got to feel the breath of the guy that's tracking him down from behind to be able to turn your body to get that ball down there, and it was pretty close. A little short.
A little short, and really receiver
no
needs
criticism though.
Receiver needs to see that and come back for it. I mean, that's just, and that's experience. I mean, it's easy to say from our angle. So again, we're going to get a pitch out this time to Bryce Clay.
And that's going nowhere.
So that's going nowhere.
Got blown up.
So Brian, we might see the first actual punt of the night.
I don't think so.
So, I don't either, but it is 4th and
a mile.
17, I think. 18. 4th and 18 from, we are on the Rogers side of the field, so, nope. Change of plans here, so South is going to come on out. And they are going to punt. So and Franklin's going to do punting for him. Gets off a nice kick. Going over the head of the punter. Come on, guys. Can't. So it's going to bring it down to inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
Nice punt.
So, I mean, that's a nice change. The only difference is here is can we hold them down here and stop them from advancing? So, or is it just going to mean a longer drive for Rogers? Because that's really the difference right now, right? I mean, there's another stop by Rogers defense. So.
Return to the 7.
Okay, 1st and 10 Rogers from their own 7. Going to start with 3 receivers to the left. Quarterback's back to pass. The pick would be nice right about now. Nope, going to lob it over to the running back. That's his outlet. Runs through one man, gets tackled by a second, but gains just about the 10 yards need for 1st down. Looks like he's going to be just a little bit short. So we're going to have second. No, they did give him the first down. Okay, so 1st and 10 from the 17. So it was right at that marker there on the far side of the field. So 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, single back. Going to hand off to the back. And he's going to punch it up off tackle to the left-hand side, looks like, for about 5-6 yards. Bring up 2nd down 4, I think. You got to 25, just short of 25, so it'll be 2nd 3. 3 receivers over on the right-hand side. Pass play coming. Quarterback's looking back. He's got an open receiver. Goes by south Kitsap, and he's staying in bounds and out at the 40-yard line of South Kitsap. So that's a completion to number 2, Martin Hernandez. So it does a nice job of tight walking the sideline right here. This is actually kind of in front of us, so we're actually able to see this one. Timeout in the field by the officials.
Please reset the game clock to 7:59. 7:59.
So we're going to change the game clock, add some time to game clock to 7:59, so just under 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's been a long game.
5th quarter, 6th quarter?
Oh, something
like that.
So 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. A single back to pass. And he's going to run. Quarterback's going to take on off. Does a nice job. Like I said, he's fast and goes ahead and gets out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So
I'm a little surprised at Rogers with their almost, with their 17-point lead here, that they aren't just running the ball a little bit more, keeping that clock going, because right now they're playing against the clock. South has got to get a stop and then put some points on the board.
The thing is, the quarterback hasn't really missed many passes, so.
No, it's going, but I'm just,
Yep. So here's a quick out to the left-hand side, and again, there's nobody near this.
And he's going to score.
He's going to score. So.
That play has just killed the Wolves.
So that's 62 for Rogers, 39 for the Wolves.
That's over 100, Phil.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
I figured that one out.
And Rogers is set up for an extra point.
Kick is up. Good again.
Good again. So it's 63-39. Here's your replay to number 2, Trey Wilson. And South Kitsap. It'll be interesting to see if Rogers decides to go ahead and kick off this time with the score at this point. Now you're up by 24 points. Hey, give your special teams a chance to prove they can stop them.
Even the Rogers fans are not impressed right now. They're kind of going, okay, it's getting late. Let's get going here.
So Rogers line up to kick off. I want to say hello to everybody around the U.S., all the families and friends who are watching us. And
do we have Florida man Christopher?
Florida man is watching us, and actually we have someone over in Germany.
Over in Germany, yeah,
is watching. So
look at that, worldwide
on YouTube. So back to receive for South is Devontae Sellers and Bowden Harvey.
This kid's got a strong leg. I'm surprised they're not just kicking deep.
So Devontae does a nice job picking it up, but Rogers is there to make tackle at 25, 26-yard line. It's called 26. So South will take over there. First down, 10 to go from the 26-yard line with 7:31, so about half the fourth quarter left to go. Official timeout here.
Now this looks like a cramp right here. He just kind of all of a sudden went down.
Yep.
Sat down.
So injured player is from Rogers, but he's able to get off on his own field. But yeah, it definitely looks like a cramp. So these kids have been doing a lot of running tonight. And we do get the rain again.
Yep, here it comes.
So again, 1st and 10 South Kitsap. They're going to line up with 2 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. Bryson Clay's their single back. Now they shift the formation over, 2 receivers to the right plus the tight end. And here's a pass play. Franklin Fox going back. He's going deep. He's got an open receiver.
And he's got it.
And that's
nice route, nice throw.
And that's number 11, Tommy Fry, for the touchdown. That one is, 74 yards.
A lot.
So
I can't do the math. That's just too high for me.
You know, so that drive took 10 seconds.
I honestly have not seen anything like this in a long, long time.
No, and the extra point is coming. It's going to be interesting to see. I think they're going to go for 2 again. And I think, the expectation from Rogers is that they're going to hand it off to Mr. Clay and let him try to get it. So
looks like they're going to pack the box a little bit here.
Yep.
Nope, going to pass it.
Well, I think, pass it or let him run.
Defended well.
Yep. So, and here you go. And you can see why they want to get Tommy Fry the ball. I mean, he just outruns everybody.
Yeah, good separation.
So, and it's not a bad offense play, but so now we're at 108 points, Brian.
That's some points. That's a basketball score right there, Phil.
63-45. So South is down by 18 points. And, obviously the first thing I have to do is stop Rogers right here. But, again, if I'm South Kitsap, might as well go inside.
You put those 4, I'm not going to say miss, but didn't get the extra point. That's 4 of them. It's 14. It's a two-score game.
Yeah, nobody's been kicking field goals, so it's all been touchdowns here. Yeah. So
the offensive performance by both teams tonight has just absolutely been kind of fun to watch. It'd be nicer to have the Wolves on the higher score, but.
So that touchdown score gave Tommy Fry over 100 yards for the game receiving. He's at 104 plus touchdown. So kickoff goes out of bounds. And then that'll be a penalty against South Kitsap and start at the 35. So Bowden Harvey, number 1, has 205 yards receiving. Tommy Fry has 104. Franklin Fox has 318 yards passing, and Bryson Clay has 186 yards on the ground. So it's been almost over 500 yards of offense for South Kitsap, and they are behind 63-45.
And the rain has arrived in a big way.
Yep. Glad I put the convertible top up. So. Because you're riding home with me.
So glad you cut the top on.
For 1st and 10 for Rogers from their own 35-yard line. They're going to start with 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left, single back. This is their standard formation. Pistol formation. And they're going to hand it off up the middle. And he's going to gain 12, 13 yards. 13 yards for a first down for Rogers. So, and this is what we've seen all night, Brian. It's just...
I don't think we've seen the end of scoring, Phil.
Probably not. I mean, at the rate we've been going, this is just a lot of points, a lot of offense. Not very much defense. So, again, 2 receivers on each side for Rogers. Single back. This time man comes in motion, goes over from right to left, and they're going to throw it to him. And South is there, but they missed the tackles, and there he goes. It's number 2, and he's going to go down for 50, about a 40-yard gain. But it looks like it's coming back. So I think we had a flag on the play, and the flag is at the 45-yard line. So if that was some sort of a hold, actually they're putting at the 48-yard line. Nice run. I mean, he did a good job breaking through, but.
The 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
So it's going to be first down. Spot of foul. Looks like it's about 5 yards in, so it's going to be first and probably about 15.
And we move the ball back to 42.
So again, Rogers, 2 receivers each side, single back. First and 15. And they're going to hand it off again up to pretty much the same play. And he's going to gain about 17. So it's going to be a first down. And one of the things I think we both noticed, Brian, is that South is tackling awfully high, and you just don't stop running backs that way.
And, and I think there's some fatigue in there, and it's totally agree. You got to power back like that and try to tackle them high. It's just not going to be very successful.
So
very often.
First and 10 from the 41. South gets up 41. Quarterback's back to pass. South Kitsap rushes there, and he throws it out of bounds. So good job by South Kitsap DV there. Going to bring up second down 10. And I get that it's been a long night. A lot of offense. Defense is tired. Offense is probably tired. But if you look over at the Rogers sideline, it's not like they traveled with 100 kids like some teams do. They don't have many kids standing over there, so you assume they're getting pretty tired also. Second and 10. It's going to be handoff up the middle again, and he's going to gain.
He's going to get another first down.
Pretty much a repeat of what we had 2 plays ago. So first and gain 13, first and goal. First and 10. Rogers from the South Kitsap 28-yard line.
Rogers is a slower pace going, and we're able to. South is able to substitute some players in and out. But yeah, there's a lot of standing up, walking around down there on both sides of the ball. There's some fatigue, definitely.
Yep. So that play goes for about 5. It's just a quarterback taking off, kind of scrambling. So second and 5 from the 23-yard line. So Rogers going to go back and pass. Long pass. Short, and there's a flag, and it's caught for a touchdown. Let's see what the penalty is, but I don't think it's going to be against the offense unless he pushed off. If he pushed off, then we'll see the ball. It's one of those balls that's thrown a little bit short. The receiver's coming on back for it. Not much to defensive backs can do. So
long discussion as they're sorting this out.
Well, Rogers looks like they're happy, so.
The result of the play is a touchdown. During the play, pass interference, On the defense, by rule, that penalty will be enforced on the succeeding kickoff.
So we had pass interference against the defense, saying that by rule, penalties enforced from 3-yard line for the extra point. I thought it was declined because it was during the play.
I thought he said that it was enforced on them on the kickoff.
Well, we will see.
Yeah.
But that brings the score up to 69 for Rogers, 45 for South. And they're going to go for 2.
Interesting. Was out of bounds. Oh, he didn't catch it anyway, so.
Yep. So it's 69-45 with 5:30 still left to go in the game. So.
I know normally if there's a, there's the, what is it, 40-point second half mercy rule or whatever like that.
Differential.
I know differential, but maybe there needs to be a rule for when you score over 100 combined points, just run the clock.
It's past Brian's bedtime, folks.
Oh, way past.
Yeah. I have to admit it's past mine too, so. But, all right, so we're going to get Mr. Harvey and Sellers out here again. I believe, maybe not. We got somebody new out here. So we got back is number 31, which is Jonah Griffin. Freshman, and Sellers is back here. Devontae Sellers back here.
2 freshmen back deep.
Yeah, and they did enforce it on the kickoff, so, you know.
He's been squibbing it almost every time.
Again, I'm sorry. I know the score's getting up there, but I would go onside and see if my guys can get it. Because why not? Because that doesn't do you any good. So instead, they moved the ball back to 20. So you go onside, you miss it. It's at the 35. It's not that big a deal. But so we'll see. I mean, there's no reason why South can't put up some more points. Make this a bit closer and see if we can get this basketball score up a little bit higher. So South will come out with 2 receivers off to the right side, 1 wide to the left, plus the tight end down the left-hand side, and single back. Bryson Clay, so, and Franklin Fox is going to go back and throw. And that was broken up by number 22. He's been all over the field tonight. He's playing that linebacker spot pretty well. He's a sophomore there. Javian McCoy. So 2nd and 10 for South Kitsap. This is here you kind of expect Bryson to be able to pop one, with people being tired and everything here. So Franklin's going to go back and try to throw, but he's getting caught, and he's kicking down.
Outside blitz on that one to track him down. Nobody picked him up.
Yep. Loss of 4 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd and 14. So South getting the play in.
Clock is ticking. I didn't see when this started, but they need to get up there and snap that ball or they're going to get 5 yards.
So it's two on the left, 1 on the right for South. Franklin Fox going out to pass again. Oh, that should. Oh, that. I think they missed that one. Not with pass interference. I think you get there early. You know, nice try by Tommy Fry.
Yeah, and he's down. He's on the sideline, but he's hurting a little bit there.
Well, it'll knock the wind out of you when you fall like
sure.
that. So, but I'm sorry, but from our angle, and I hate to say this, folks, but it's right in front of us. And that looked like the defender got there just a little bit early to me, but not what was called. So we'll bring up 4th down for South Kitsap. They are going to go into punt formation, but they are waiting to do the timeout on the field by the officials. South is getting some other kids in there. They're waiting for Tommy Fry to get off the edge of the sideline there, which is appreciated.
Yeah, he took a pretty hard fall on his back.
Yeah. All right, so South will punt. Gets a nice kickoff. Takes South gets that bounce, so gets the ball all the way out to the 43-yard line of Rogers. So that's a, nice punt. I mean, 40 yards or so.
Still got 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Rogers will take over there on the 44-yard line, approximately.
First down, 44 for the Lions.
They'll come out in their standard formation with receivers both sides, 2 receivers both sides. It's going to be a quick out to the left and picks up 12 yards. So going to be 1st and 10 Rogers at the South Kitsap 44-yard line. And you look at this formation, Ryan, and I mean they're playing so deep. South Kitsap is. It just makes it so easy. So same play. This one gets stopped for about 8 yards. No, it looks like maybe stepped out of bounds at the 5-yard mark. Hard to tell.
Looks like maybe Rogers is starting to play some of the reserves. We have number 17 out there. Last couple of times caught the ball, and we don't have another number 17 on our roster.
Yep.
That happens sometimes.
Yep. Well, I don't blame them for running their offense if they're running their reserves. I mean, good practice, good game time practice. That's another run. That's number 22.
Javon McCoy. Yeah, he's done all kinds of things.
And he's a sophomore too, so nice run up the middle, nice spin there, and then brought on down. So 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for Rogers. And again, Brian, I mean, the inside receiver, there's nobody within 12, 15 yards of him. So the outside receiver goes long, quick out to the inside receiver, and there's nobody around him. So instead, it's a handoff, and he's going to score. So that's Javon McCoy in for the touchdown.
This is something else, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to be 75.
Oh, there is a couple flags on the play, so I think it is going to come back. I think they got a hold.
Oh, they late flags? I didn't even see them.
I didn't see him at first, but
Yep.
So spot of foul was to 12, so it's going to come back to 22, so it'll be 1st and 7 from the 22. That may explain the hole yet.
First and 7.
So again, same formation from Rogers. doesn't really change much. So we have 3:14 left in the game. And they are going to hand it off again, and 22 bounces out, and
Same result.
Same result. He's in the end zone. So, you know, touchdown Rogers. The guy's doing a good job blocking. If you look down there, Brian, there's a whole lot of offensive linemen that were getting downfield blocking. You know, doing a good job changing the line of scrimmage.
That's a key. That is a key.
So 75-45 in the 3 minutes left.
There's going to be a lot of people that look up the score online tomorrow morning and saying, what? That's got to be a misprint.
Yeah, I'm going to be one of them.
Yeah. Did we just see that?
So
you're going to call me tomorrow and say, was that a dream? Did that really happen?
So Rogers lines up for the extra point. They are just going for the one this time. Well, and we have a flag, an extra point. Question is, was before or after South Kitsap encroached?
Good ball.
It was South Kitsap encroaching, so.
This portion of that penalty will be declined. We'll replay the try.
So Rogers had enough. They're just going to decline the penalty and line up for their extra point. Snaps there, kicks it up, kick is good. So 76-45 Rogers with
just over
left.
3. Just over 3. 121 points.
Yep. See if South Kitsap can go and put up some more. Might as well have some fun. You know, obviously at 31 points with 3 minutes left. This game.
This game, yeah, it's pretty much in the books.
Yeah. But it is senior night. Let's go have some fun. Maybe get some seniors the ball and. Turn it up, and maybe Rogers will kick off. And who do we have back this time? So it looks like it's going to be Devontae Sellers, and number 31 is Jonah Griffin again.
Jonah Griffin and Devontae Sellers back to receive.
Well, the kickoff and kickoff receiving teams have gotten a lot of work tonight.
A lot of practice. So it's a short kick caught on the fly by South Kitsap, and that's number 45 for South Kitsap. Braden Moore was his 4th return of the night?
Something like that. He brought it out to 45. Nice little return.
Yeah, good job.
He saw a hole there for a minute, and I think his eyes got real big.
And South is 1st and 10 at the 45. And we will see if they can punch it in here. And it's been a while since South has put up, I know they put up some points earlier this year, but it's been a few games before they put up 50. It'd be nice to see them do that again. So this time they're going to pitch out to Bryson Clay. He's going to try to make some move, cuts it up. He's going to bring about 5-6 yards. So it takes it to the 49-yard line of Rogers and brings up 2nd down and 4. So.
2nd down, 49 for South Kitsap.
So 2nd and 4, 2:52 left. Give me a 30-point play, Brian. 3 receivers over on the right-hand side and 1 to the left. Man coming in motion, going up deep, but it's going to be inside handoff to Bryson, and he's going to take it on down. Just short, I believe, of the 1st down. I don't know, it's very close to the marker. Going to bring up 3rd down and 1. And it's going to be a short one, so. 2:35 left.
More Bryson.
Yep.
He's your money. He's your workhorse. My goodness, he's run the ball well tonight.
I believe he's up and around 200 yards tonight for this game. So.
Yep.
Yeah, now he's over 200 yards. So. Brings up, nice job. He bounces off one defender, gets it up and out of bounds, all the way down to the Rogers 36-yard line. Brings up 1st and 10 South Kitsap. So, South will try to punch in with these last couple minutes left here. And Bryson's actually coming on out for a spell. Two receivers to the right. We're going to get pitch play out to number 25. And that's Jesse Booth.
No, I think it was 26. 26. Robert Sedano. He's a senior running back, linebacker. Get touch the ball a little bit.
Good job. Let's get these seniors the ball. It is senior night. So brings up us. Was it 2nd and 8 or 3rd and 8? 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. 3 receivers this time over to the left-hand side. Single back. Stop play.
That was out of the Rams playbook right there.
Yeah, it's an easy one. So we'll see what this flag is. Unfortunately, it's normally on the offense. We did get encroachment. Good. So we'll get to free 5 yards. 1:23 left in the game.
Want to give a good shout out to the camera crew and the crew that's working the boards down there. Again, this video production kids in program here at South is amazing, and this is just one of many things that they do. So, you know, they do a great job.
They put everything on. All we do is talk. So, 2nd and 3. Franklin's going to go back to throw. Got some time.
Getting chased.
Gets caught in for the touchdown. Do we have
that was Anthony Flashy.
I think we have a flag on the play. And the offense is moving back, so we'll see what it is.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Second down.
All right. Well, they'll be holding against South Kitsap, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 13.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
Not in a game like this.
Nope.
13 is the new 3.
Exactly.
Or something.
So again, 3 receivers over on the left-hand side for South. 1 up top. Mint 10 left. Single back formation. And Robert Sedano is the single back. Quick out to number 22. He breaks a tackle. Gets down inside the 24-yard line. So that's going to be a first down. South Kitsap. So that's Jesse Billings with reception. And clock is running. First and 10 South Kitsap at the 24-yard line.
This just might be the last play, Phil. South seems to be content with just running the... He's got some blockers. He could be in.
He is in. So there's a touchdown, South Kitsap.
It's number 13.
Nope, they're calling him out. Yeah, they are calling him in. Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
Devontae Sellers.
So Devontae gets on in. Great job. He was not going to be denied. And it was like, okay, awesome.
Okay, they made a liar out of me. This won't be the last play, but good job scoring, Center South.
So that brings the score 76-51. With 20.2 seconds left, and the extra point try come in. Let's see what South is going to do. It looks like they're going to go for 2. Two receivers to the right, one far to the left. Handoff up the middle. I think that's trying to get the seniors a couple points. So
yeah.
It's no good, but I give them credit for trying to get seniors something to talk about on senior night. So 20.2 seconds left. South will get ready to kick off. It is 76-51. Here you go. Here's touchdown. And you see Devontae just get that hand down so he scores. Great job. Yeah. And I have not heard the can go off tonight.
I think they put the cannon away.
I was going to say cannon. They might have run out
of powder.
So 20.2 seconds left. South will kick off to Rogers. Time for another 4 or 5 scores. The way this game's been going. So
what kind of kick here? Deep, squib.
Scrib it up the middle.
Yep. You know, that's got to hurt. Score 51 points and still don't get the W. That's too bad. Too bad. Well, if you like offense, tonight's the game. Rerun it. Watch it. Turn the sound down, though.
Here we go. Get a little squib up the middle. Rogers picks it on up.
Number 22 again.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
He's quick. And he's out of bounds, fortunately. So South will go up on defense, and I would kind of assume Rogers would take a knee at this point and just stop it because there's 8.9 seconds left. But we will see. It was a nice return. He got back to South Kitsap 43-yard line. Yeah, they're just going to take a knee and be done.
Is this a victory formation?
Yep. So that's going to run the clock out here, Brian. I don't think I've seen this many points on this field ever. So with at the end of the game, I mean, just what an amazing offensive show. You know, what a great job. South had 500 to 600 yards of offense. Rogers probably had equal. Thank you, everyone, for being part of this thrilling night at South Kitsap High School. Again, a special shout out to our video production students. They do all the hard work. Brian and I just sit here and talk. Final score, South Kitsap 51 and the Roger Rams 76. That's it for tonight. Have a great evening from all of us here at South Kitsap High School. Good night.
Good night.